Hello, Irregular Nation.
Irregular thoughts.
Irregular trailer reaction. Irregular spoiler review. Irregular
Irregular rants.
Welcome to Irregular Real Talk. To the Irregular Arcade, the site of Irregular High Score Game Night. Mic check 1, 2. 38. Hello, Irregular Nation. Real Arrow, or 77 Real Arrow. Woohoo! And become a part of the Irregular Nation. Because I think you should take a nap. Oh, the Irregular side. This side. With the Irregular Nation. With me. And the best of us. Cheers. Cheers. And hello, Irregular Nation, and welcome to another. Well, I couldn't even get that one out. Jeez, another edition of My Feels in Love, but this time it's for 3 movies. 3, I tell you. Man of Steel, BVS, and Kelsey. What shirt you got on? Oh, that's right. Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then playing in the background, we've got Man of Steel going right now. You know, even though I watched Man of Steel and BVS both yesterday. That is correct. I watched both of those yesterday. And they were fantastic. You gotta love that flow. That flow of the fucking story and the way it goes. Oh, just love it. Just love it. But Man of Steel, of course, is always my favorite. I'm surprised that this shirt looks like a tissue now. I got it in 2013 when it came out, and then it slowly became a cutoff because it got the holes and shit. And I apologize for my squeaky chair. It's a little squeaky. That's right. It's a little squeaky. It's a little annoying, but you know, what can I do? You know, it's what it is. But yeah, this is going to be a fun edition of My Feels in Love. I have to actually lean forward so I don't continue to hear that, because that's really going to piss me off. Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, I know, but the other chair is kind of broken. Remember that plastic shit that came out? I don't want to be sitting on that. You know how I always kick myself off stream? I would fall backwards on fucking stream, and that would suck. I don't want that to happen. You know, yeah. Also, everybody, I've got a fun video coming out too. It'll be out tomorrow. We have to finish editing tonight. It's the Irregular Multiverse, and they're going to be talking about flash drive. And it's a really entertaining one because we've got 4 characters, being Regular Neil and, of course, you know, the other 3. And we're all doing shit together in this. So it's going to be fun. Yeah, it's going to be a fun video. So get ready for that shit. It's a lot. Yeah, and this... It is. And this Feels in Love that we're doing. I did a My Feels in Love, a recorded on Zack Snyder's Justice League when it first came out. I'm always sporting that shit right there, of course, right near Neil Stroke. Neil Stroke. Ooh. Sorry about the camera work right there. That's right. I've always got my shit. We're going to be putting Zack Snyder's Justice League on later. She just doesn't know that yet, but it's going on. That's right.
Again?
What do you mean again?
We watched it like the other day.
I watched it the other day. You just happened to be here.
And what was I watching?
But you might be editing after you. I have to cook. I have to cook.
I am definitely editing after. I have your crazy idea and video.
Come on. Yeah, I mean, come on.
So come on.
I'm also drinking the Truth IPA out of a can tonight. I don't have any of the bottles. That's correct. No bottles tonight. Yeah. So let's take a look at who's chilling up in here. I know. Hey, look, we just started doing these kind of things live. My Feels in Love, Irregular Thoughts, and of course I always have the recorded content. So I know this is different for everybody. I'm not just reporting on the news here today. You know what I mean? I mean, oh my God. And oh my God. Wait, everybody. I'm not here to give you a scoop of bullshit. Just saying. Here to talk and give you my feels and love. And anybody, because I know I've got a lot of Zack Snyder fans that can contribute to tonight's stream. If you want, I can send you a link as long as you want to engage in this love fest. First, for Man of Steel, so we're going to pop that banner up, and Kelsey's going to have to get us a shot, because every time we go on to a new movie, we're going to take a shot.
Oh.
Yeah. That's kind of how that's going. Oh, by the way, everybody,
Thank you.
that scene right there, when the planet is imploding on Krypton, I love that shot. Wait, come on, one more second. Do it. Show it. God damn it. There it is. Oh, that shot right there that still gives me chills. Man of Steel still gives me chills. I fucking love it. But before we get into Man of Steel.
Like this movie?
No, isn't that shocking? But before we get into Man of Steel and BVS.
Remember a year ago when you made me watch them both in one day?
What do you mean a year ago? Oh, yeah, that's right. I actually, because this was prior to Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out. I'll get into those comments in a section. In a section. Jesus fucking crapola. I'm already fucking up words. Yeah, so when Zack Snyder's Justice League was coming out, right? Kelsey never saw Man of Steel and never saw BVS. Well, yeah, so I'll be getting to those comments in a second. So just bear with me, everybody, because this stream's gonna go for a hot minute. This isn't gonna be like a 30-minute stream, all right? We just started Man of Steel on the fucking TV.
He's gonna play all.
Yeah, and we gotta love, we gotta love that. We might be here until tomorrow morning because I can talk forever about this shit. And look at Kelsey. Kelsey, show him the shirt.
Oh my God!
Show it. Woo! That's right. Kelsey's rocking it. I'm sorry. I have to show that off. You know how I have to do that. Show some titty. Yeah, so back to that story real fast. Yeah. She never saw it, so I'm like, fuck. All right, we're going to have a movie day. Oh, she's like, oh, she's down. Let's take some shots. I'm going to do my other,
This is early
on in knowing me, and she didn't know what she was getting into. But she was down to see it. She loved Man of Steel. She was like that with Man of Steel. She kept watching it. She's like, and then, but we took too many shots by then, I think.
No, we took a break. This is what happened. We took a break. We went on a walk. We came back. We did shots.
I warned her.
And then we tried to watch the second.
No, not tried. I don't have to try. Okay. I warned her that when we watched Man of Steel, like I said, I don't want to talk about it yet because I didn't put the banner up there yet to talk about it. Man of Steel just goes boom, 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 and it hits and it flows 2 hours and 30 minutes, 22 minutes. It's right around there.
That's a good amount of time for a movie.
No, blasphemy. Don't you dare. 3 hours and 2 minutes and 4 hours and 2 minutes. There is no problem with that when you can tell an epic fucking story.
That is way too much in one sitting.
There's no problem. Okay. There's no problem there. No, there's no problem there. There's no problem there. So where I was going with that, because like I said, I was long-winded, and that's part of the edit. That's part of the editing problem with the video that we had to do. We had to chop the shit out of that. I'm a long-winded asshole. That's what she said. Long-winded asshole. Right, it's a great memory, but BVS was so much for her to digest. She didn't even know how to handle it.
But then when I watched it before in March, that was
right. Then I had a watch party. I did Man of Steel. Then we did BVS. Yeah.
3 days.
Right, 3 days prior to Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out. So yeah. So let me get to those comments in there. Let me see who's up in the freaking his house. Oh, Dennis. Why, hello, sir. Dennis Mendina. Hi, Neil. Just finished reading first issue of Batman Year One for my grandmother. What? Wait, what? You got that one? Dennis, what? I mean, huh? I'm a little confused on that one, Dennis. You read it? Did you read Year One to your grandmother? Is that what he's saying?
Me alone,
We're
damn it.
having a brainstorm session.
Did I stutter?
What? I'm confused by that one. All right, but cool. Yes, Hell March from Command and Conquer. Completely forgot. Oh, yes, from my intro. Yes, Dennis. Yes. Yes, that is correct, sir. Ding, 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 ding. Arkham Gaming, what's up, buddy? Hi, Neil. How you doing? Doing well, sir. I'm just stopping to say hi. Sorry, I won't be able to stay. I have photography homework. Well, that's awesome, and thank you for stopping by, Arkham. I appreciate the stop by, bro, and have fun with that. Baby girl, what's up? Just dropping in to say hi. Why, hello, baby girl, and thank you for dropping in to say hello. Enjoy those 4 nerds, because I know a lot of people are over there right now. Say hi to them for me. Oh, Dennis Medina, Man of Steel, BVS, Zack Snyder, Justice League are masterpieces. Yes, sir, I agree. And I love the 3 movies that we got. And of course, we all want to see more. But I just love to appreciate and give the love to the 3 that we got. So that's what we're doing tonight. Steven Nation! Fun fact, I have Snyderverse Fanatic in the works. It's progressing very slowly, but I am planning to finish it. Okay, I'm not sure what that is, Dennis, but very cool. I'm assuming
fan-written work.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay.
Fanfic.
Yes, and remember, everybody, Kelsey's here to talk. That's right. She's here to talk. She likes these movies too. She just doesn't have the same love and know-how in all the know of what we know, of course. But, you know, it's still awesome that she sits here and she sits through a 4-hour movie with me. So, Dennis, that's awesome, dude. Yes, take your time with it too, because I'm a guy that like gets a little impatient at times, and I always.
Really cool.
What happened?
Sometimes those are really cool.
Oh yeah. So, dude, that's cool, man. So I hope you kill it with that. Sweet. Steven is referring to that. The fic is about hot-blooded GCPD detective Harvey Bullock. All right, I know who that is. Going on a rampage of revenge against an international arms dealer during the events of Man of Steel. Wow. All right. Well, this could be interesting, sir. Very cool, Dennis. Very cool. Jose Diaz. Hello, sir. The fact that people complain about the Krypton sequence from Man of Steel is beyond me. Really? See, I don't listen, Dennis, to a lot of people when it comes to critique. Like, I like to hear where everybody comes from, but I don't like focus on it. And if I know someone's just being like silly about something, or they're just trying to hate on something, I don't know how you can complain about the Krypton scene, because the Krypton scene in Man of Steel is just like perfect. I mean, you're on Krypton. You feel like you're on an alien planet, which is where fucking Kal-El Superman comes from. So you're almost like, how can you complain about that scene? You have never lived on Krypton in a movie in my mind before. No, you haven't. You never got that. And the fact that you got to see what Jor-El was doing and then watching the planet implode. I mean, like I said, I love that sequence. When that sequence opened in the movie, shit, Dennis, don't get me talking on that yet because I'm going through the comments. Fuck! Hold on for that. What? Yeah, I know. I'm reading the comments, but then Dennis gets me going with that fact. Hello, Arkham Gaming. Sup, Steven? He's LOLing. Steven's LOLing. Jose, we're talking. What do you got here, Dennis? Yeah, I'm reading Batman Year One to my grandma. Okay, so he is reading it to his grandma. All right, cool. The fact that your grandma wants to hear Batman Year One is fucking pretty awesome.
My grandma would be like, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Yeah, she'd be like, see ya. Jose, hello. Yes, hello, Kelsey. What's up, Truth? How you doing, sir? What's up, Neil and Kelsey? Jose, what up, Truth? Yeah, and the Suscast is in the house. What is up, sir? The Neil Stroke, yes, the Neil Stroke. You want to see the Neil?
No.
Oh, there he is.
No,
There he
Neil is Steele.
What?
Come on, we renamed
Well,
you.
yeah, I know,
We
but
renamed you.
but the
I
Neil,
voted.
but the Neil
Voted
Steele
there.
hasn't. He
It don't
hasn't.
matter.
He hasn't arrived yet. He hasn't arrived
Oh, it
yet.
doesn't matter. Yes,
He hasn't
it does.
arrived yet.
You have it on your shirt.
Well, yeah, it's on my shirt and it's playing on the TV right
So,
now.
Shut up.
You know, fucking
Yes.
flowing right now. Fucking young Clark is saving everybody from the bus.
So,
You know?
Shut up. He has
Son of a bitch.
At least then.
All right. So, Truth, by the way, if you want to pop on, bro, and do some Feels of Love, you know you're welcome because I know you love Man of Steel, I know you love BVS, and I know you love Zack Snyder's Justice League. So you're more than welcome. So just throw it,
Really?
hit me up on the messenger, let me know, and you're more than welcome to come on in, sir. So, anyway, let's go to our first topic. Kels, we need a shot.
Oh, I didn't realize this is how the night was going to be.
Neither did I, but you know what? We have to edit another video later. We're off for 3 days. We got a wedding tomorrow. You know, we got shit to do, right? And we have a new bottle of fire. So fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Well, it's a good thing you picked. It's a good fucking thing you picked it up. It's a good thing you picked it up.
I actually went to the place by me.
Yeah.
I really think I'm the only one that buys this. It's $5 more than down here, but it's more convenient.
Oh, Dennis, can I join? Not sure, Dennis. Not sure. I love you in the chat, though. I love you in the chat. What? But Dennis is really good in the chat.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, the speaking, that's, you know, yeah, it's a good place. Sus, this man Dennis is currently watching this stream on X videos. Oh, how can you watch it on X videos? I don't have OnlyFans. Come on
That's
now.
how you make your money. I already told you this.
So,
That pretty face of yours.
Man of Steel, everybody. Man of Steel. We're going Man of Steel for our first part of Feels in Love. Feels in Love. That's right. So we're gonna cheers that out because we're doing a shot to every topic we go to. That's 3, but technically it's 4 because we take a shot before the stream. Yeah. So all right, Kelsey, cheers.
We do one after, so.
Yeah, we do one after, and then I gotta make food after. She's gonna go to editing. So yeah. All right. Ooh, it's not quite that cold yet.
Oh, you're fine.
Ooh. All right.
Be a little baby.
I'm not being a baby. So, Man of Steel. Holy shit, everybody. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen this movie. Can't even tell you how many times I've seen it. It's been like endless times.
Like triple digits.
Right. So I watched it yesterday. So I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this Feels in Love. Just do it as a live so people can interact in the comment section, talk about what I'm talking about. And you know, so you guys just have fun. Let's have fun. But I remember when this was coming out, I had a countdown. You know, it's funny. All the memories from my countdown to Man of Steel are on my Facebook page because Instagram wasn't really that popular back then. And yeah. And I remember getting out of work, being so excited the day that it was coming out. And I went to a matinee. As soon as I got out of work at like 2:30, I fucking jetted to the theater that has not reopened over here, unfortunately. Cinepolis is not open. It is a big theater. And I remember going to that when I was yeah. But I remember seeing the matinee. There wasn't really anybody in there because it was like a 3:15 showing or some shit like that.
Freaking 3:00 in the afternoon.
Me.
Yeah, we
right. And there was a couple people in there. There was like a few people, and I remember I sat in front of two old people. And they definitely were probably sorry about that. There's nothing I can do about that. And after the movie ended, I remember them going, whoa, that was different. Because these people obviously remember the Reeves Superman, and we all know about that bullshit when it comes to, oh my God, he's not this, he's not that. And I always used to laugh. At the fucking, I guess you could say hypocrisy or whatever it may be, when people would say that this was a dreary Superman or this Superman didn't smile and all that. And then when you look at it, this movie was made in 2013, and all Zack Snyder's movies have only gotten more popular over time. And you're like, yeah, because the man was a pioneer in what he was doing. He knew what he wanted to do, and he knew he was telling an advanced story that people weren't ready for. But that's the best part of Zack Snyder. He's a trend-setting director. He gives you something before you want it. So he gave us a Superman movie that we always wanted. And we finally got it. And when the opening scene hit, and like you see like the heartbeat, you're on Krypton, and you're watching Kal-El's birth. The way it's being done, number one, like the VFX still hold up to this day in 2021. They look like they were done just now. It's impressive, and it was another thing that I always found funny, that people used to pick on the color palette, that it was, it was saturated or whatever, but it fit the universe. So it was always a head scratcher to me, because literally I was never that guy. See, like I didn't have a YouTube channel back in the day. I wish I did. I didn't have the nuts, and I didn't have Kelsey with me. Kelsey is, she's my producer. You know how Zack Snyder has Deborah Snyder as his producer? She's like his manager, producer. Well, that's Kelsey. Kelsey does all the editing. I'm the director. Right. I'm the director, the talent, the guy that goes out there that does all this. She's here with us. Hello.
Hi.
She's always here, and she's going to add to this. But, without her, that's why you guys always, and I didn't even introduce her today. I'm terrible, but we're doing different things, so it's different. Like on Real Talk, I used to be like, oh, the heart of the Ghostbusters. But she's the heart of the channel, because without her, I don't have this. Okay? So, well, it's the truth. There's nothing, it's not even me being nice, it's me giving you the truth. So if she's not here, I'm not able to interact with all of you. You know what I mean? And I'm not able to get my craziness out. Like when you guys see the video that's coming out tomorrow with me, you guys are going to fucking love this. It's fucking,
it's a nice collab, though.
It's a nice collab. It's a growth in our process. We're learning, and it's almost like Kal-El's journey, right? The Man of Steel journey, the Superman story that was being told that started with Man of Steel. And it came after, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, and then here came Man of Steel, right? Now, some people might be like, that's a little bit like the Batman Begins kind of thing with how they did that. Really? What superhero origin doesn't have certain riffs that are the same or certain beats that are similar? Superman isn't like fucking Batman. What are you talking? Like I saw people that even said that back in the day about how Superman, Man of Steel was kind of like Batman Begins. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? How the hell is Man of Steel like Batman Begins? It's Superman. Number one, you got a sci-fi movie finally with Superman. You got to spend time on Krypton, to watch the growth of his character, to taking a different take on him where, you didn't want to see Clark Kent as a bumbling idiot. Yes, he has to play a certain role. But then there was also like the narrative that went against, oh, he's not even this, he's not that. Well, dude, pay attention to the story. There was a story going on. And one thing Zack Snyder likes to do is he likes to tell you a long-winded story. And I get that. I love that. So that's why, you see his movies always come out with ultimate cuts and all that. But the one movie that didn't come out with an extended cut, an ultimate cut, or anything like that was Man of Steel. You know why? Because Man of Steel was perfection. It was perfection. Oh my God, listen to that fucking chair of mine. Perfection. It is so like and like I remember when I first saw, let me see what some of the comments are as I go on here. Jose, what do you got here? Man of Steel, BVS, Zack Snyder's Justice League, favorite. Damn Skippy. Cheers, Steven. I don't want to skip anybody's comments that's in here. Well, because it's
watching too.
Oh.
Text me.
Oh, is she?
Hey, Mom.
Oh, hello, Linda. Hi,
Thanks
Linda.
for watching, Mom.
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you. Oh,
And she just said that you were sweet. So.
Oh, because she heard me talking. Sus, what you got to say? I love the fact that Man of Steel perfectly shows how superhero fights go down. Yes, I like that, Sus. Building being destroyed, people dying, and shit would get fucked up. You know, see, Sus, I like that you said that because that's another thing that's next that Zack Snyder shows. He gives you realism with godlike characters. You know what I mean? And you're looking at a guy that does not mind Marvel. I like Marvel. Kelsey likes Marvel. We both love Disney. But I love Disney too. Stop. Come on. You know that. It's at a different level. So
I'm crazy, like
right.
I'm crazy about this,
but
like you're crazy about this.
Right. Like I'm crazy about fucking DC. I'm very passionate. I am very passionate about DC. But I'm also a lover of the Disney world. So I'm a guy, I'm the irregular Neil, baby. I'm all over the place. I'm a random fuck regardless. So, but what Sus is saying here is it's perfect. I like what he's saying because I'll read it again. I love the fact that Man of Steel perfectly shows how superhero fights go down. Buildings being destroyed, people dying, and shit would get fucked up. Perfect. Because that's what it is. Don't tell me that when, I remember people would complain about the end of Man of Steel that there was too much destruction. Oh, there's too much action. Wait, what? What? Did everybody not remember Superman Returns? I mean, no knock at Brandon Routh because I want to see him with the Kingdom Come series. I really do. We all know what he looks like in the Kingdom Come suit. So get that man a fucking series already. What the hell? But to go back to that, don't tell me about destruction. You're watching two gods fight. You're watching one guy take on an alien army. What the hell do you think's gonna happen? A lot of fucked up shit.
Nothing good.
And then I can't talk about BVS yet because how that's tied perfectly into Man of Steel. So give me a second on that. Jose, I'm excited and happy to be here. Well, I'm excited you're here, Jose. And Jose, I love when you say that shit when you're on a live.
Good job.
Woo! Love that. Yeah. Oh, go Kelsey. Invincible and the Avenger movies did it right also. Yeah, dude. See, that's the thing. Yo, Sus, you just heard me, brother. I love all that shit. And I don't attack any of that. I really don't. I just like what I get from all different avenues. Give me all different stuff. Now, not everybody's like that, yo. All right? Not everybody can always deal with the fact of watching something different, right, Kels?
Exactly.
Right. And I'm cool with that. But I like that I can go into those realms. And if you're a Centric fan, I want to join your Centric fan little group and talk about it because I probably like it too. But I'm also going to dial back if you want to hate on something else because that could be something I like. So I'm going to be like, all right, cool. You can have your opinion and shit, but whatever. Right. That's your thoughts. I will never knock someone else's opinion. The only thing I will do to people is when you have something to say, give me some context to why you love it. You know what I mean? You know, some people will be like, oh, I love this while you're talking about it. And you're like, all right, cool. You love it, but give me some context to it. Why do you love it? Don't just tell me you love it. I want to know why. Because if you're doing that, then I feel that you're just agreeing with the people out there that just like to agree with a narrative, right? We all know about the people that are out there. So, shit. So, General Zod is still the best DCEU villain. Yes! Yo, Sus. I'm kind of digging what you... Should we invite Sus?
I don't know.
Sus, do you want to come on?
I don't know who that is.
He's a knucklehead, but he's respectful. He's respectful. If you want to... I don't know if Truth wants to come on. I did tell him if he wants to come on. He hit me up? No. But Sus, if you want to come on, I know you're allowed. I know you're a knucklehead, but I'll keep you in line.
What does that mean? Is there bad?
No, he has
Bad.
no. He'll get slapped around if I want to, but he likes a lot of different things, so I like that. Steven, by the end of the film, I had to smile on my face. My smile was bigger than Clark's. Oh, really? Yeah, same here, dude. By the end of that film, I was the same. Listen, also, everybody watching, I would have loved, I have Man of Steel playing in the background right now. That's where we're at in the movie. I would have loved to have Kelsey put drops and all that, but the only thing is WB makes, they make me a little, fuck this chair. They, seriously, fuck this chair. They literally make me a little nervous sometimes with doing drops. Like, I could pull up pictures, but also just talking about it because it's not like we all don't. Huh? Yeah, we still smell like Similac. We still do. Sus, what do you got to say there, buddy? It's almost been a decade since Man of Steel dropped, and we still don't have a fucking sequel. Are you kidding me? Yeah. While talking about Man of Steel, look, he had his 5-story arc, so it's tough to go with the Man of Steel 2 until you get the other 2 stories. Because Man of Steel 2, or the second part, like the second Superman solo movie, would have happened after Justice League 2 and 3, technically. That's when you can get to that story, I feel. So, I agree, but they didn't go with that, so there's nothing we can really do. What do you got, Dennis? I remember seeing the teaser for the first time. Back then, I was one of those idiots that thought Superman was boring. But when I saw that trailer, and later the movie, I became a fan of Clark Kent. I like that. Dennis. That's pretty cool, bro. And that was what Zack Snyder did. And you know where you can go with like an adjacent version of that? You can look at The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, they only got 2 movies out of that. Second movie I wasn't a fan of because they just convoluted. They congested too much shit into it. But they were taking a different approach to the Peter Parker, where he was still a nerd, but not a nerd, more of a hybrid. So when you're looking at Man of Steel, it's no different. Like right now, that shot, Clark's too serious. He's too serious. And this is an awesome scene. That's when Jor-El's explaining to him what happened to Krypton, his origins. I mean, I love the way they did that. And then how many movies stole from what Zack Snyder did when he did when he did this motherfucking scene right here, right? When he's explaining Krypton to Kal-El, which is fucking amazing, and how he's doing it and the way the background goes, and that's the AI. There was numerous movies that copied that format because it's such a fire way to go, right? Why wouldn't you want to go that way? Why wouldn't you want to? So I like that Dennis said that. Dennis, I don't know how old you are. I know you're a little bit younger. And here's the other thing, everybody, after what Dennis said right there, and then Steven says big smile. Every beat, don't you agree, Kelsey, hits different for every age bracket? And I think it's important sometimes, right? Now, yeah, see? It's important now. Like, I'm going to be 40, right? I'm going to be 40 in February. I always say that because it's like crazy in my head. I'm going to be 40. What the fuck? I only have like 4.5 months.
Oh my God.
Like that.
Who cares? Just a number.
Fuck off. Just a number. All right, keep going.
30. Shut up.
Yeah, but where was I going? Oh yeah, no, I know where I was going. So every movie that comes out hits age brackets different, right? So it's important for me, because I'm going to be 40, right? To not be a man-child that that gives the wrong message out to people. You know what I mean? When you're a YouTuber, and guys, I'm going to get back to the comments, okay? Don't worry about it. I'll be in the comments. We're still talking Man of Steel. We'll be going to BVS, and when we get to BVS, another shot. When we get to Zack Snyder's Justice League, another shot. I just snorted too. But it's important, don't you think? Like, see, like I'm from the older generation. So when I was a kid, I saw, Christopher Reeves. And not till we got the Brandon Routh movie when I was in my mid-20s, we got that. And then that was connected to that. But never did we get a Man of Steel. I had Smallville in between. I love Smallville. Yeah, it's corny as fuck. Corny as fuck. And I was on Zeverfed's stream because Zeverfed hates it. It was so funny listening to him hate that. Shout out to Zever. Especially on his draw streams on Tuesday nights. Yeah. You can always find me on those too. You can find me on the Nicotina Show, and you can find me on fucking ACS Universe on Fridays. Not this Friday because I'm at a wedding. Plugs.
Nice
Plugs. But
I get what you mean.
yeah, where I'm going with it is
Points of your life during certain
right. So beats hit different. They hit different, and Man of Steel. Of course, I'm going to keep doing that. Look at that shot, everybody. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, that's First Flight. Nothing beats First Flight. Nothing beats First Flight, honestly. But it's important to be a positive voice. Don't be someone that goes, it's fucking sucked. Piece of shit. It's not mine. It's not this. I don't like that. If you want to do that privately. Okay, do it privately. If you're gonna have a channel or you're gonna be a voice for people, you should understand like that you can't be Mr. Negative or Mrs. Negative or this or that, because then you're gonna create a nation of magoos, a nation of people that are all like, I have no point of my own, but I respond to that. So. And that was the narrative that unfortunately happened to Zack Snyder. Right? Right. Don't tell me I'm wrong, because if you tell me I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself, because I know you're full of shit and I know you're playing some other fucking narrative. You're playing another fucking narrative. No, I'm not backing up. So, back
up a little too much crazy eyes.
Oh, that was fun, crazy eyes. That was fun. That was fun. But I can't always go crazy on the other streams.
No, I know.
Yeah.
You hold back.
I do. I do.
Yours.
So yes. Irregular Nation. We're on First Flight right now. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Kelsey's gonna duck a lot. And remember, Kelsey's
gonna keep doing that.
I'm gonna keep doing that. Why wouldn't I want to do that? So what do you got here?
And he doesn't care about me, he cares about the freaking damn movie.
I care about the movie, but Kelsey's right there. She likes being there. She likes being on camera. She's just getting used to it. Sus, you got Clark should have kicked that sex offender's ass in Man of Steel. He got that. He got what he fucking deserved when he fucked up his truck. And exactly, that's a moment of Clark showing restraint. Superman showing the restraint. Because in that scene, he throws the beer in his fucking face. He fucking punches him in the chest. He barely moves, which I love that. There's a lot of subtleness, too, in Man of Steel. Because we haven't gotten to Zod yet. Because Zod's character, Zod fucking, oh my God. Michael Shannon as Zod killed it. He fucking killed it in this movie. And when I say killed it, he nailed it. He was amazing. Yeah, so he definitely did. That's Superman right there showing restraint, a passion for humanity where he's not going to just destroy people. Because he can if he wants to. But he literally, yeah, remember, Superman doesn't smile. Superman doesn't smile in this movie. Throughout this whole scene, he just smiles. He's happy as fuck. Fucking absolutely love that scene. Absolutely love it. The way the score hits and everything. But to Suss's comment, yeah, definitely. But that's also a show of humanity. When I watch anything, regardless of what it is, not just Zack Snyder movies, okay? Anybody. Wait, what? I watch other stuff. Wait, what? I'm not a cultist? You mean,
Scary.
I'm not toxic? I don't go out on the internet and go bash other people for liking stuff, and I'm a Zack Snyder fan?
Who the fuck
Who are you? Who are you? Oh my God, that's right. I'm a normal fucking person that loves Zack Snyder and loves what he was doing and can't understand why WB sucks so much fucking ballsack, so much cow dung, so much fucking ass, because you know what WB does? They listen to Kelsey. You know who they listen to? The I sound like a goat throwing up there.
You really do.
I really do. Yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
I was like, where the fuck is that?
You know, they listen to those people, and then they produce it. They produce the shit trying to produce now, which is why I got that video coming out tomorrow. You guys are gonna fucking love that shit. Yeah. So let's continue in here before I go back into some truth. Let me see. Dennis, this movie was the first time we had a comic accurate Superman fight. You fucking know it, sir. When it came to Man of Steel, fuck me. You got nothing but like superhero comic book action. And this doesn't take away. So you know what I hate? And that's why I was going in that cultist shit. And I was laughing about it. Like, I'm a Zack Snyder fan. I'm not a cultist. And I don't sit there and, say, fuck is wrong with people? People have nothing to do these days.
Very true. They need hobbies.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need fucking hobbies. They really do.
Or they need to go to work.
Work, get some lives, stop streaming every day. Do something else. It's okay. You can do something else. Maybe work out a little bit. I like to work out. I don't just like to drink beer, Belle. I don't just like to drink beer.
You don't?
Yeah.
Wait, you like other stuff?
Yeah, I like a lot of other stuff.
I thought you just sat home all day.
But when it came to comic book fighting and comic book action, of what you would expect a godlike character to do, versus another god, versus the alien race that has godlike powers also. Destruction, mayhem, Superman flying, super punching, fucking laser eyeing people. This is everything that you fucking wanted. Fighting another being that has the same power as him almost. Well, not really. No one really has Superman's powers, nor will, because that's another thing that you see happen in this movie. The will of Superman in my favorite scene, which was the world-ending scene when he's down. You see the gravity beam imploding on him, and it's spreading the whole ocean. The way that looks, and he's looking up, and the way the music hits, the riffs hit. I'm getting chills talking about it. I'm getting chills on the side of my head, and I just gave myself a haircut. Stop, the hair's gonna grow back. I mean, holy shit! Right now, here's an emotional scene. Now, this was a little controversial because there was an actual tornado that actually devastated an area, but this was a scene that didn't always hit with everybody, and it did. Now, everybody always would hold on, to go off the beaten path here because we're on this scene in the movie where Jonathan Kent dies and sacrifices himself for Clark's safety, because Clark isn't ready mentally to take on everything that's going to come his way, which is foreshadowed and played into BVS. Oh my God, you mean you're telling a story? Huh? That's when you're not understanding what you're getting. And then in Man of Steel, if you were trying to understand what was going on, to what Dennis is saying, you got so much fucking action in this movie, you shat yourself. You didn't know what to do. But let's move on. Truth 31. Man of Steel made everyone an expert on cinematography, LOL. Just enjoy the movie, people. Thank you. There's the other thing. Yes, all of a sudden, like I was saying earlier, people are talking about saturation and the color palette, and it should have been brighter. And then all of a sudden you see edits coming out. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Yo, I'm sorry. When did everybody become a director? You know how to work lighting and how to make VFX pop and do all this other shit? Get the fuck out of here. This guy was telling his story in his universe, had his way of doing it, had his vision. And you're looking at somebody that has a vision. Kelsey wanted to like go crazy before with showing me what we did. It's now taking 3 days to edit what we're doing because we had to go back in and re-edit it. We're re-editing it, which is what happens in movies. And to what Truth is saying is, people.
We had reshoots.
Yeah, reshoots too. People, get the fuck over it. Learn to enjoy what you get. So Man of Steel had a narrative that people wanted to play back then. Now, it's still being loved. It's played on TNT. We're not watching this on TNT. We're watching this on my digital copy. These movies are played over and over now. BVS, unfortunately, they don't play the Ultimate Cut on TNT. The Ultimate Cut is only if you own it, or if you have HBO Max, or if you own it on Prime, digitally, whatever, yada, yada, yada. So, where are we at? I just skipped ahead. Oopsie. Man of Steel and Superman 78 are the best Superman movies. All right, sus. What do you got here, Dennis? The reason the movie doesn't feature slow motion like the rest of Zack Snyder's work is because Zack wanted to show how powerful Kryptonians are. So he decided that the camera isn't even able to keep up. Oh, now, Dennis, if that is a true comment, that does make that's pretty cool. I like that because again, when I think about it, there was no slow-mo shots, but the difference with the slow-mo shots is you're adding dynamic to other characters, to other scenes with other characters to draw in because Superman and Flash can both. And one thing that I do love, and I like that you said that, was that one scene with Feora, right? In the Smallville, Smallville scene where Clark goes into his first fight, his first battle in his suit, to go take on warriors. And that was the other thing, like when people were like, "Oh, I don't get the destruction." What do you mean you don't get the destruction? The guy's just becoming Superman now. That doesn't mean he didn't have his powers or he didn't help people. Zack Snyder showed you him helping people as a kid, you fucking idiots. So, I was just always like, what are these people talking about? So now that narrative got flat, now this movie is finally fully appreciated. And each movie is fully appreciated now because the story keeps unfolding, which is why everybody wants it restored. That's why. It's not because they're crazy in the head. Yeah, some people might be a little crazy in the head. There are those people. But if you do it in a respectful manner and you do it in a stylistic way, yeah, man, keep preaching that word. Preach that word. It maybe will come. But that's why people want it. Because look at the way this story kept unfolding. Good God. Oh, but like I was saying, Dennis, the Feora part where she speed slides and fucks up all the soldiers, dude. Even when she busts through at the end, when they're going in to send them back into the fucking the Phantom Zone, when they're gonna create that black hole, when she busts through the freaking like the metal part, the way that this man showed the Kryptonian speed, Superman speed, 2 seconds. I guess that means you went somewhere. Let me come on, please. Don't beg. I'm interested in this live. Why are you interested? I'd love to join. Okay. What up, Neil? I'm 17. Oh, you're still young. Henry Cavill. Hairline looks sublime. It did. In Man of Steel, dude. All right. Truth. I like that you brought that up. My favorite hair for Superman was in Man of Steel. I like the way they had his hair. In BVS, I hated how slick back it was. I was like, oh, God, what is this? What is going on? I was just like, shit, dude. Oh. But yes, his hair was perfect in Man of Steel. When Perry said, can you imagine if there was someone with uncontrollable power out there? That's the theme of the movie. Not bad. Not bad, Mr. Sus. Not bad. I like that you pick up on that. What do you got here? Please believe me, I'm not lying. I do like and enjoy this stream. I'm sure you do, bro. I know you're not lying. Don't worry, Jose. Hey, comic book guy. What's up, dude? And I'll be 32 in December, my dude. Never too old to enjoy what you enjoy. I love that you say that, comic book guy, because I wholeheartedly agree. Wholeheartedly. That's awesome. Forgot Lois and Clark. That show's acting was amazing. Oh, Dennis. Kelsey and I actually have to get back to Lois and Clark because now it's on HBO Max and we have to finish that shit. We look forward. Yeah, we look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. The New God script leak, bro. Warner Brothers, are you kidding me? Why would you cancel? Oh yeah, but sus, we can't talk about that right now. Lois and Clark, the new Superman Adventures was amazing. Yeah, we're gonna be watching that. We were enjoying it, but we were also watching it on the computer, and I didn't like that.
Because he doesn't like to watch it live.
I don't like to watch it live. I want to watch it like with like perfect sound.
Just whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No commercials. No commercials. They will settle, they will fall. Oh, they will fall. They will stumble, they will fall, and in time they will join you in the sun. And yes, that line by Jor-El in Man of Steel, right? That leads through Justice League and on to the next two movies. Basically, that whole theme plays throughout. And it also plays into Clark because he stumbles and he falls and he makes bad choices. So, First Flight was so inspirational, especially with Dark. Oh, with Clark smiling in the air and the fucking soundtrack playing in the background. Yeah, look, you could still watch Man of Steel every day, all day. Well, no, you can't. Well, look, don't do that. You know, saturation is no good. Saturation's no good. So, like me doing this Feels in Love, it's been a while, you know, so I start putting these on. Like Justice League, all of a sudden I watch it twice in the last few weeks. I hadn't watched it for a few months. So it just hits better. You know what I mean? So moderation's the best, because when you overdo it, you ruin it for yourself. You're not making it special. So giving it a little time, then going back, it makes you appreciate it more. It really does. You'll be a Campia if you're negative. I don't know what you're talking about, guy. Clark's face in the flight scene is a baby taking his first steps. Yes, I agree, Dennis. Man of Steel is an amazing film. Yes, Mr. Comic Book Guy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, wait, we skipped ahead. What do you got, Dennis? I heard an idiot say that Clark should have turned the Earth around when Jonathan Kent died. Seriously? We do know the science in that is not plausible, right? Not to say that the science in any superhero movie is plausible. That's what I'm talking fast, guys. I do apologize. But one thing Zack Snyder does in his movies is he does try to make the science make sense. You know what I mean? Somewhat, to a point. Now, when you get to The Boys, that really gets real world with people with powers. That really goes real world, which is an inspiration from Zack Snyder. Eric Kripke openly said that. I'm pretty sure he did. And I like Eric Kripke because he did Supernatural. Love Supernatural. Get ready for that live, guys and gals, and anybody that's in it. Get ready for the live Feels in Love on Supernatural, because that's coming too. Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. You need to join in on that. So Zack Snyder should do a G.I. Joe movie. He's the right guy for the job. We don't need that. They're just dumb for coloring and editing Man of Steel. The film is perfect how it is. I agree, comic book guy. Anybody that does that is just weird. I think I got nothing better to do. Lucas Ironside, what is up, sir? Sus just shared this stream on Twitter. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sus. Feora is bae. Feora is a pretty lady. She is an attractive lady, and she does whoop that fucking ass in Man of Steel. She is badass in Man of Steel. And I would love to see them come back, but, because we did hear about, like, I think it was at one point, Zack Snyder was talking about, like, them trying to explore Brainiac, and that the Kryptonians were still in the Phantom Zone, still alive, which would make sense, whatever it can be. What do we got here? Truth. What do you got? My Superman cannot have that Jude Law hairline. Yeah. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. And the hairline was good in Justice League, but I just hated that slick shit in fucking BVS. I'm like, what are they doing with that? Henry Cavill was born to play Superman. I totally agree. Henry Cavill was always meant to be Superman. I don't disagree with that either. What do we got? Dennis, Clark's enemies were bred to be warriors. Clark is a farm boy. Clark is barely being able to hit Kryptonian invaders. Yeah. Well, Clark is learning to fight in this movie. Clark learns to fight. So when Clark's learning, when he's learning to fight, right? There's going to be destruction. There, you see it in that moment. Feora talking to him, talking shit to him when they crash into the IHOP. I also love that scene in the IHOP when Pete Ross looks at him and he's like, "Oh, is that you? That's you." He gives him that look, like, motherfucker. And you see Superman doing that fighting. He has no training, but they're trained. She's talking that shit, but it's. What you also see in this movie is you see his will. It's his will that is also his major strength. Not just his super strength and all that stuff. It's what's in here that drives him. So, what do we got here? My favorite part of Man of Steel was when he first met Jonathan and Martha. Cool, Jose. And we're back. Steven's back. For comparison, if you grab a nerd and a Spartan and put them on a fight to the death, who do you think will? Yeah, I get you, Dennis. I get you. I was just explaining that. Comic book guy. If I could forget any film just so I could rewatch it for the first time, Man of Steel, to enjoy every second for the first time all over again. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, I get what you're saying. So if you had that ability to whitewash your mind and then constantly go back and see Man of Steel for the first time, it would hit like that all the time. But technically, Man of Steel always kind of hits like that, yo. Regardless. Anytime you do see it, at least for me, I still get chills. Still get chills at all the same scenes. Still love it. Still smile, still cheese like a son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Is that Lenny?
That is Lenny.
Where's the butt at? Lenny! What's up, dude? Way to tune in, brother. John Campia is the negative that I mentioned. Anyone who hates Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Justice League, is a Disney shill? Oh. Well, I know who John Campia is, comic book guy. I remember John Campia from Collider. Then when he got his own stream, I know what the guy does. I mean, hey, I don't watch him. I know his takes. I know many other YouTubers out there. I will never act like I don't know the YouTubers out there. Okay? So when people are like, oh, they play, like Kels, people like to play stupid sometimes. They're like, oh, I don't know who that is, or I didn't say that. I'm not that guy.
I didn't say that. What is that?
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I know who he is. Hey, go do you. I don't care for your content. That's it. And there's a lot of other ones. I don't care for their content, but I'll never hate on them. If you come at me, I'll fucking destroy you. That's just how it goes.
You don't get his way.
Yeah.
He scares me.
Yeah. I'll never go at any other YouTuber. Do your thing. But if you come at me, I fucking destroy. Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder knows how to handle female characters, unlike Pedo Whedon, who is obsessed with ass shots. Yes. So that's how I know there's the kid in you right there. Which is why I'm always hesitant to let you on streams, because I get it, yo. Josh Whedon, look, when it comes to all these directors, Zack Snyder, Christopher Nolan, Martin Scorsese, Ivan Reitman, Jason Reitman, I'm just naming people that I know. There's tons of fucking directors and whatever. Yeah, Josh Whedon, whatever. I don't pay attention to their personal shit. I do watch what is given to you in a movie, okay, or in a series, and I go, oh, okay, all right, but hey, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna. It's like, Kels, don't you find it kind of hard to hate on people sometimes? I mean, if you suck, you suck, right?
I'm very cut and dry. I don't like you. I don't like you.
Right. But you don't go after the person.
No.
Right.
I don't like you.
No, there's
Don't talk to me.
no, just how you get back at these motherfuckers out in Hollywood or whatever. Just don't support their stuff. That's it. Don't boycott. You just don't like it.
No.
Just go on and
You
do.
don't need to see it, but you don't need to tell anyone else.
And you don't need to. Yeah, right. You don't need to tell anybody else about it. That's why.
It's your personal thing.
That's why I hate it. Like, yo, we're getting close. This is another amazing scene. We'll get it to the part when he's on the Kryptonian ship, of course, when he has the black suit on, because that part. Oh, love that. That's the first scene of the black suit. But yeah, I don't worry about all these Hollywood directors, actors. I don't want to know what you're doing in your personal life. If it bleeds on to what you do, okay, I see that. But there's nothing I can do to stop it, right? I'm just a Joe Schmo. I'm just a whatever motherfucker. I'm just another insignificant soul on this universe, right? On this planet. Let me word that correctly. I'm another insignificant soul on this planet. There's 7+ billion people on this fucking planet. Yet everybody thinks they're important. Yeah, you're important to yourself. Exactly. You're not important to anybody else. Maybe like your little circle around you, but when you're gone or this or that, the only people that are going to miss you are the ones that loved you. That's it. I don't get into anybody's religions or this, that, the other. I'm not that type of person to do that. That's why, like, when I see movies and a movie like Man of Steel, how the fuck can you hate this movie? How can you not like it? What? That's what I say. Huh. But then to take out and try to destroy it or shit on it, it does ignite people. It ignites me to a point, but I'm not that guy to be like, oh, I'm gonna go after you, because that's your opinion. So regardless of that, your opinion's not gonna be steered. It's your opinion. I just don't like when people take their opinion, try to make it fact, and try to make it the narrative in which they want to spin, and then create a nation of idiots. Idiots. Yeah. That's what I don't like.
The nation of idiots.
Yeah, we don't like that.
We don't deal with that
No,
shit.
we don't play that shit. Let me see where we're at here. Zack Snyder knows how to oh yeah, we got that. Henry Cavill is the best Superman. Agreed. Zack is a nice and respectable guy that respects his coworkers and women. How can people hate this guy? Because, there was a narrative against the man. When there's a narrative against the man, that's just how it goes, dude. Whenever a narrative is split with a movie or whatever, take Suicide Squad. People are calling that the best comic book movie ever. Get the fuck out of my face with that. No, it's not. The movie is a piece of hot shit. When you look at it, it has some good moments, but do not tell me it's the best thing ever made. And don't tell me it's something that's actually like, oh, it has substance and this. Get the fuck out of here. You're crazy. You're crazy. With that, I will tell you you're crazy. If you're going to tell me you loved it and you enjoyed it, but don't try to give it a 9 out of this. Like, oh my God.
Don't rate it.
Yeah, don't rate it. Because if you rate it, you have a narrative. All right. Dennis, just to show how great a Superman Cavill is, before him, playing Superman was seen as career suicide. But Henry built his career after. he not only broke Superman's curse, he reversed it. To rival that, Dennis, wasn't Henry Cavill that did that. It was Zack Snyder that did that. Remember that. It's the director. The director came out with
the vision.
right. The director came out with his vision, which was Zack Snyder, and he reignited Superman on the big screen, whether people want to believe it or not out there. He cast the perfect actor for Superman, but when it came to reviving it, the Superman curse, you want to call it? No, it was Zack Snyder that killed the Superman curse. That's how that went. Comp guy, because you're a better guy than anyone who lives their life in hatred. That sucks at people that do that, dude. That's exhausting. To just do that. I think that's exhausting. I think that's fucking absolutely exhausting. Darkstar Emerald Knight, what's up, Neil Strobe? Darkstar, what is going on, sir? Nice to see you. What do you like? You like everybody here? That's awesome. Hey, Darkstar, exactly. Sup, Josh? Just being you, don't pay no mind to them. That's how you ignore Hollywood. It's so much better when you be you and not even live with hate. Well, you know what, comic book guy? I like that you said that. But you know how hard it is just to be you?
Very.
It's very hard. This isn't easy to be like this. I get hated on by a lot of motherfucking people. I get made fun of. I get picked on. It's been my whole life pretty much. You know, like, what's wrong with you? You're so weird. You're so weird. You're so weird. So yeah, dude, it's what it is.
You're not.
I love it.
Your
I love it. What we're gonna do is let's see if we can get a couple invites out there because we're gonna get into a very elongated discussion with BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League. So what I want to do is see if anybody wants to come on, because we will send that. Right, Kels? What do you think? Whatever I'm feeling? I love you. Uh-huh. That's all I get is an uh-huh. That's all I get is an uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's all I get. Sorry, everybody. I'm just doing this live right now. So you got give me a minute. Give me a minute. See if we can get any peeps up in the house that want to come and talk some stuff with us. All right, search. Give me a minute, everybody. Sorry about that. All right. No, there's no fucking nap.
Why not?
There's no nap. What's wrong with you?
Why did you institute nap time in the stream?
Nap time in the stream. All right.
5 minutes.
So, Dennis, I don't know if you can handle going back and forth with me.
He'll destroy you.
Huh? I mean, Dennis, you're killing it in the fucking chat, dude. It's I can really yap. I don't know if you're gonna be able to handle that.
Yeah, and we need people to say more than
yeah.
or like that or that's trash. I can't.
No trash stuff.
So
right now,
that, I fucking yeet you.
oh, she gets the yeet poops. So right now,
I hate that shit. You have no reason but to say that you fucking shut the fuck up. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Dennis goes, I can handle it. Bring it. He's been here the whole time.
People don't really understand what they're fucking doing.
He's been here the whole time now.
Good for you. So have I.
Dennis.
He didn't send me a link.
Dennis, you have to follow me on Instagram for me to send you a link. So if you're following me on Instagram, you're good. I can shoot you a link, dude. For some reason, Josh is not there. So sus, I can't send you one because I'm not on Twitter, dude. Not on the twits. Not on the twits. Not on the twits. So Dennis, if you're on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, Irregular Neil. Okay. Send me a fucking I don't have Instagram. Well, I'll tell you, dude.
No, we don't put anything in the chat, dude.
No, I don't put it in the chat.
No, sorry. That's where we draw the line.
Sorry. I draw the line there. So when it came to Man of Steel, we've been talking about that for what? An hour? Yeah. We've been talking Man of Steel for an hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to BVS. What?
I didn't say.
Yeah, because it's time for a shot. It's time for a shot.
That's what that was for. The good reason.
So
that wasn't
look,
for that. I was just like, I have to get up now.
I've got nothing but endless conversation to go with fucking Man of Steel. Right now we're on the ship, and this is where Jor-El is talking to Lois. Okay, Jor-El's talking to Lois, his AI. Kelsey's pouring a shot right now. That's right, pouring the shot. She's pouring the fire shot. Fire, Jim Beam, fire. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So this scene right here is fucking awesome. This is the scene that leads to Black Suit Superman. And there is one thing that I must say that Zack Snyder loves to do in his movies. And you know what that is? He loves that sunset shot. He loves that sunset shot. He does it on Krypton. He did it in Army of the Dead. He didn't do it in BVS, but I believe he did do it in Zack Snyder's Justice League. He is so good with that. Because I have to finish off, because I was kind of all over the place with Man of Steel. I was all over the place with Man of Steel because we're talking about the end. We always...
It's you, so I don't really...
Yeah, Kelsey doesn't ever, think twice about that. But, we all know about the next snap. We talked about the Smallville scene. You know, you can go on. I can go on for, probably 3 hours on just Man of Steel. Wait. How about the moments of face acting with Zod? I mean, the best live action comic book villain in my mind. Where he goes, this is leading to the third act, where he goes to eliminate the AI of Jor-El. And he goes to get the Kryptonian ship, and he puts in that virus. And when he does kill Jor-El, the AI of Jor-El, you see the disdain on his face that he's just like, he didn't want to do it, but he did it because Zod has a duty to his people. Zod has a purpose in this. You feel Zod's purpose. You feel his anger. You feel his angst. At the end of the movie, when he says he has no soul anymore, which leads to Superman having no choice but to snap his neck. He had no choice. Oh, people are like, oh, put his hand on there. Did you not notice in the Smallville fight when he's using his laser eyes that it hurts both Kryptonians? Right. So he wouldn't have been able to stop that. So fly him into space. Well, Zod has the same kind of strength that he has. So, and Zod also has a little more will at that moment because he wants to ruin Superman there and then. He goes, if you love these people so much, then you can mourn for them. So what he was going to do in that instance was he was going to murder that family right in front of his eyes and say, now mourn. And I'll never stop because this is what I'm going to keep doing. Just like Feora says, you could save this, but we're going to kill 1 million more. So throughout the battles, you're seeing Superman has no choice. He does what he can, the best he can, a guy fighting an alien army, to send all of them back through a black hole, but of course the one main villain stays, which is Zod, and that he has to fight him to the death. What else would you do? What else wouldn't you do? Why wouldn't you want to do that? What are you gonna do with them? You gonna put them in jail? No jail's gonna hold Zod. No one knows about kryptonite yet. So I mean, at what point could you not accept that moment? You know, that's where I'm like, it ties into the movie. It ties into the story. It makes sense. It's not like he's just going around snapping fucking necks for no reason. Like Feora is like, I'm just going to kill you. No, he doesn't do that. There's a purpose to it. So I was always just kind of like, yo, you motherfuckers are crazy. Hi, Truth.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man?
Just keep rambling.
Not much.
Yeah, I'll keep rambling, bro.
No, it's okay. Talk about Man of Steel. I can talk about Man of Steel for days.
Yeah, that's what I just said. I could talk for fucking hours,
Please
bro.
don't. Please don't.
Yeah, I know I can't talk for hours. I know I can't do that. We're gonna go on
Want me
to.
to edit?
We're gonna. Yeah, I know. Yeah, she starts yelling at me. We're gonna go on to like BVS and all that shit. But it's just, you know, that's why I was talking about the third act and where it's at. You know, everything had a purpose throughout this movie, in my mind.
Yeah. Are you talking about the neck snapping?
Yeah, the next
Bitching about that
snapping,
shit.
destruction, you know,
Oh my God.
what it might have meant to it. You know, at no point was the man ever given a moment to think clearly. He's fighting a war. He's fighting a war. Go ahead.
But my problem was, like, people were acting like Man of Steel was a documentary. It's like, oh my God, can you believe all the destruction of buildings? I'm like, people, this is not real. This is a movie. What are you talking about? How can they let Superman die? What people? What are you talking about? These are actors. This is all fictional characters. This is a fictional world. No buildings actually toppled. Superman doesn't exist. I'm so sorry that hurts you, but he doesn't. This is all fiction. So the fact that people were so butthurt over this, I'm like, why? This is supposed to be this is entertainment. This is a superhero movie. Relax.
And it was nothing.
You had fucking Avengers in 2012, where fucking New York City was half destroyed.
Right.
Do people not fucking remember Independence Day? The fucking world was fucking destroyed.
Oh no. They remember Will Smith saying, "Welcome to Earth."
Yeah, welcome to
That's what they remember.
Yeah, you got Will Smith. Should have had Will Smith in this movie.
Oh, that would have been fine. Why didn't we have Hancock in here? So, but yeah, I've been, dude, I've been going on for Man of Steel for over an hour by myself.
Yeah, it makes sense. Fucking Man of Steel's a masterpiece. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh, I love you. Love you. I know. Yeah, I love you. So we all know. Oh, see, I'm getting to shut the fuck up. Oh my God, but truth, the fucking freaking editing for that video that I was showing you. Yeah, it's taking a second. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
5 minutes.
Like a fucking Zack Snyder 30-minute video and shit.
Yeah, no. I've learned.
No, it's cool. You can make those videos. Who cares?
No. You have to make certain videos, but certain videos have to have that, you know, that quick beat. So, dude, Man of Steel. At no point did I ever hate any moment of Man of Steel, and I thought that, like we always say, it's fucking perfection. Yeah. Because it never had an ultimate cut, never had an extended cut. It's just what it was.
Perfect. Yeah.
Perfect.
You trimmed all the fat from the movie.
Yeah, no, nothing had to be trimmed. And to now. So let me move this on to BVS. Oh, that's right. We're in the BVS moment here. So Kelsey doesn't kill me. And we have to take that shot because every time we get to that next thing, woo! Take that shot, baby.
Put some hair in your chest. Gotta drink that Dennis bourbon.
No, you definitely don't have. Oh, Dennis wants to join so bad. So bad.
I'm sure he does.
It's cute. Is
Dennis sober? That's my number one question.
Sorry.
Oh, what do we got here? Oh, who is
Regular fan.
Neil's Instagram is in his YouTube about page. Dennis, who is the irregular fan?
I think that's Caleb.
Is that Caleb? You weirdo.
Riley from the
Fucking
Boondocks.
weirdo. Man of Steel is great.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Man of Steel perfection.
Oh, so plug that shit in.
I'm unplugging
So-
your phone.
So, truth. As I'm giving my feels and love, it's not like I'm trying to go into like crazy, like over the top explanations, you know, because we've all talked about this shit, you know, like endlessly.
Yeah.
But it's all about like like these segments are about like, what is it? How does it make you feel? Like when you first saw it, or, you know, every time you watch it, what does it do for you? Do you, you know, now that we have all three movies, doesn't BVS kind of hit different?
Well, it hits different now because we actually have Zack Snyder's Justice League where the story actually
That's what I mean.
continued.
Yeah, like doesn't it hits better?
Yeah. It's better for people who didn't like Man of Steel or BVS because now they actually see Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's like, oh, okay. Now they can be like, oh, they can follow along what Zack Snyder was trying to do. Like,
Yes.
okay, I see where he's going. Now we just need 2 more, and it'll be complete. Now people like, oh, okay, this was his ultimate grand plan of the DCEU. Now I've always said like to me, this is not a Justice League film; it's a Superman movie. Like this is a Superman story with the Justice League acting as supporting characters. Because overall, like the heart of the movie is Superman. Like we're on his journey, we're with him, and then you would have really seen that in Justice League Part 3, because that's where Superman takes on the the leadership role because Batman dies and stuff. So Superman has to step up. And I actually like that. The fact that I love the parallels between Batman and Superman, because in BVS, Superman's sacrifice actually inspires Bruce Wayne to find the team, and in Justice League 3, Batman's sacrifice actually inspires Superman to lead the team, which I love that. I love the parallels in that. That's like, oh, beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful. And like, dude, knowing that I was going to do this, I did watch Man of Steel and I did watch BVS both yesterday. And, and I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League last week. So I've seen that, of course, numerous times. So it just always kind of like hits you in this certain way. But now like when you're watching that story flow and the way it hits, it makes you go, wow, this man really knows how to tell his dark story.
Yeah.
His novel. Like he knows where he wants to go and nobody's paying attention.
Yeah.
The way that they should pay attention. And
it's beautiful when you actually have a plan on what you want to do and where the story ends. Hey, what's up, Phil?
Mr. Phil, welcome,
Hello,
sir.
everybody.
Welcome
Hello.
What's going
So,
on?
We have
we're talking about Batman versus Superman. Thank you for the invite, Neil. That was totally unexpected.
Of course, man. It's my feels of love. I gotta have. We're into like the extreme meat and potatoes of Zack Snyder's story right now.
Yeah.
So I need more people. I talk way too long by myself, and then Kelsey's like, "Yo, shut up, dude."
Well, it's your stream, so of course you're gonna talk.
Yeah,
Right.
no, but I was shocked that kept going.
Yeah.
Let him move it along.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's here? Right out.
Oh, stop it! What are you eating? Oh, okay, good. All right, so so now that I have Phil here, Phil, give me some feels and love. For some
What
of you.
about the overall? Because you guys were talking about Man of Steel before. I'm sorry I didn't show up sooner.
Oh, we
but,
were. No, that's okay. Just give me
So,
some
you guys were talking about how, Truth, you mentioned that BVS is essentially a Superman story, but with JL characters adjacent to it. My feel of it, when I watch Man of Steel, I'm taken back to a point in my childhood where I was grown up on the Fleischer Studio cartoons of Superman. And to me, that's a Superman that doesn't necessarily need to be truth, justice, American way and all that shit, right? And so I'm like, I like the more world-weary version of Superman. I like that Clark Kent takes, into account, like if I do something, shit happens. Like that goes with every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. That's going to come back later. But, it in more ways than one. But like, then I get to BVS and then Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's like Super Friends, but for adults.
Yes.
And like, again, kind of going back to where I was when I grew up watching, at first, the first thing I ever watched was probably, the Fleischer Studio cartoons along with Batman the Animated Series. But even then, like when I saw the Fleischer Studios cartoons, I also somehow, some way managed to get like the black and white tapes of the first 2 serials of Batman from 43 and 49. So I've been kind of engulfed with these characters since they started putting them on different mediums. So I've seen different takes from a very young age. And for a long time, even after the Dark Knight trilogy, I was like, I still haven't quite seen that universe in full on film, right? And my preference of it would largely be have it be like Super Friends, where they are who they are, and they beat the shit out of criminals and whatnot. And Lex Luthor's got his own little Legion of Doom and shit underneath, the swamp and that big dome. It's like he was going for that, and I was like, right on. And then everyone else was like, what is he doing? It's not like Marvel. I don't like this. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Anyway, but no, like I watch BVS now and I'm like, man, he was so ahead of the game. Like I remember walking out of that movie the first time and I shit you not, like I walked back in a half hour later after smoking 2 cigarettes. I no longer smoke cigarettes anymore. When you're clean out of that, because that shit is tough. Yeah. But I told my friends that we were going to do the 7 o'clock showing. I didn't tell my friends that I was going to the 4 o'clock showing. So I walk in at 7 and I'm all great, whatever. A couple of my pals are like, oh, hey, you good? I was like, oh yeah, I just watched the movie. And they're just like, you did what? And a couple other people were like, you saw the movie? And I was like, yeah, there was a 4 o'clock showing. And a lot of people were just like, and it's like, the internet's a thing. You could have went too. You didn't. I took the day off to see this movie. Right. So, yes. And this was the first Batman movie that I got to see like as an older adult. My first Batman movie in a theater, not since I was a kid, was The Dark Knight. And then, of course, The Dark Knight Rises. Man, that was a really bad theater experience, but that's for another time. I get to BVS the second time, and like it was the same kind of reactions both times. Like when Wonder Woman showed up, all from the crowd, right? When Doomsday showed up and then the Trinity showed up, everyone just screamed and cheered. I was like, yes, thank you. And, there's like, to me, that movie is a lot more World's Finest / Brave and the Bold than it is like supposed to be a Batman or it's Batman and Superman. Like, it's them, it's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
For me, like I hear that Superman should have had another movie. Oh, Batman should have had a movie before. And I'm just like, I'm fucking past that now. I'm so past that. Thinking back to those old age tired arguments, just so past that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to Justice League, the theatrical cut, and I got to see that movie, 4 days early, and like there was a press guy there, and I, riding off that high, I was like, yeah, this is great. No.
Yeah,
you go back and you consume it, and you like, even on the home release, I was hopeful like, hey, there's gonna be something, right? Like Zack Snyder does fucking director's cuts for a reason. Nope. I'm like, what the fuck? Something ain't right here.
I was
right.
I was the same as you. I kept holding hope. I'm like, there was something missing. No, there wasn't. I remember I went with my cousin. I'm like, all right, I'm going to take you a second time because I don't know how to feel about this. And I'm like, oh, God, I don't like it anymore. I'm like, this is really bad. I'm like, holy shit, what happened?
Like, what was that?
I didn't at all believe the rumors of the fucked up face, and sure enough.
Oh, my God. Dude, when that started, oh, my God. Shin, I've been fucking fantastic. Thank you for stopping in, dude. Great to see you. But I mean, even when I remember when do you guys remember when you first saw BVS?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I remember being in line waiting to go into AMC. It was like outside too. I don't remember. I think I had an early showing because I got the tickets in advance. And I remember people talking outside, and they're like, "Man, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this is a really different movie. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but yeah,
the Italian,
yeah, no, like yeah, but this is what was going on, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, I'm trying to talk with people out there, and they're like, yeah, it's not really my Superman.
Oh,
yeah, you should have heard this shit. Oh my god.
man.
I'm like, okay. No different than I remember. There was a little kid who this was after the movie when I was online to go to the bathroom.
You know this story.
You do know this story, and there was you can go walk away. And this kid's like, oh man, this movie was awesome. Especially the like watching Superman fight and Batman and this and that. And it says like, no, that movie sucked. It was no good. I was bored throughout. And I looked at the guy and I go, excuse me. I had no business saying anything. I was just like, fuck you. I'm like, excuse me. Your kid just said, just like this, I'm waiting to pee online. I'm in front of him. I just turned around. I'm like, you just shit on your kid's opinion. I'm like, your kid just said he loved the movie. I go, at what point were you bored? And the guy's like, I'm like, all right. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then I turned around to pee. So, I have no problem doing that. I was just like, like, dude, how are you going to shit on your kid's opinion? I was just like, damn, now let's,
that's fucked.
Let's be honest. When we watched the first viewing of BVS, we were all like, there's shit missing. Didn't everybody kind of go like, I like it, but I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, where's Superman?
Yeah. You're kind of like, like, yeah, that was good, but what the fuck happened in that? Like, I remember I was the only one in the theater that popped up when Flash popped up. I was
I leaned forward.
Yeah, I was like, what? Everybody was quiet. I'm like, really?
Yeah, everybody was confused, especially like when the nightmare scene comes up. You're like, because it comes out of nowhere. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, did I miss something? Like, was I asleep for the last 30 minutes? Like, where the fuck are we?
Yeah, the movie jumped a lot. It was choppy.
choppy.
Oh, the theatrical cut's pretty choppy. Yeah, there's no question about
without a doubt, bro, guys.
I saw it 3 times in theaters. Like, no, why? Like,
same here. No, same here. Like when I saw Bruce going up with the bats, I went, oh no, we're going Schumacher. No, we're going Schumacher. Why are we going Schumacher? And then I was like, oh no, we're okay.
It's a dream. It's like, whoop, we're safe.
Oh no, don't go Schumacher.
Like, I remember everyone just having an opinion about this movie even before it came out. Like, you had, oh my God, everyone was talking about it. And it was just, oh, what is it going to do? What's going to happen? Who's going to show up? And it's just like, everyone had all these preconceived expectations and all this, that, and the other thing. And of course, that clown had to, leak half how much of the plot for his stupid little review site.
Oh,
yeah, I don't remember that. What happened with that?
Humberto Gonzalez practically leaked half the plot of Batman vs Superman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's why I think he's a clown. Straight up.
Oh wow, I didn't.
Dude's got all this big talk at the rap. Like, that's great, dude. You're a clown.
Get the fuck
like,
out of here.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Dude, I remember this shit clear as day, and I wish I didn't. Like, I've following movies since like The Dark Knight Rises, and like seeing like certain elements of that movie from that website per his purview, and it's like he always used, I've got my ninjas, and it's like, dude, fuck you, you're a fucking bozo.
Get the hell out of here with that. I mean, but this is when it got like fucked up for all of us, right? Like, we were all excited. I remember when I saw the preview. The one thing when I saw the preview, right, I was just like, oh, I was super excited. The only thing I went, oh, why'd you do that, was when they showed Doomsday.
Ah,
oh, yeah,
everyone had that. Everyone. Oh, yeah, that final trailer revealed too much.
Truth, what do you call him?
Zod's Day.
Yeah. I don't want to take that because I know you call him Zod's Day.
Zod
When I saw that, I'm like, fuck, what are you doing? But that's when you saw it, like, you're like, oh my God, you guys cut the trailer. Like, you wanted to sabotage that shit. So it was because, like, when you saw the movie, those riffs didn't hit the same way because we didn't get the extended version yet. When you saw the extended version, remember when we saw the extended version trailer? You're like, holy shit, this is an entirely different movie.
Yeah,
The
and they
way
released like the Steppenwolf scene right after the release of BVS on YouTube.
Oh yeah, right after, and they made sure to take that out, and you're like, really?
Why?
That was the start of for everybody. So like, the feels and love come for the Ultimate Edition, and I watched it yesterday, and I watched both of them simultaneously. I kept them both going. And yeah, Kelsey's like, oh god. she wasn't here for most of it, but she still was here. And then my buddy came and I had it playing. We're at the part right now where in Man of Steel where Zod.
Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah, where Zod learns his powers.
Yeah.
And then people will be like, oh, that scene's too quick. No, it's not. He's a warrior.
Yeah.
Clark, see, that's like when you're not paying attention to a movie. Clark openly told him how to focus.
That's true.
Yeah, he told him right there and then. And Zod, being a warrior, there's a tie-in. Like a soldier, he understands that, and he focuses right there and then, which is why he learns first flight really fast.
And I love how like Zod in that scene where he clutches the sun, but we have Superman where he reaches out for the sun.
Yes,
that was like,
yes. See, parallels, Drew.
Yeah.
Those are the parallels, and you get constant parallels in BVS, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's just like, holy shit. That's why I changed the bottom part, because we're going to talk BVS and Zack Snyder's Justice League at the same time, just due to the fact that Kelsey might kill me. And, I don't let my streams go like 3-4 hours. So we'll go like 2 hours, 30 minutes tops. For this one, 2 hours and 30 minutes is perfect. Are you kidding me? Yeah, we're all 3 days. We have a wedding tomorrow. Yeah. So it's just I want to put Justice League on after this because
I was watching it earlier today.
Yeah. I gotta be cooking. I gotta be cooking. You gotta be editing. So, well, you don't have to.
What? You just said it.
Well, I did. I just got to go fuck yourself. I got to go. I got that right there. I got that. But when it comes to BVS, though, there wasn't many moments I didn't like after I saw the Ultimate Edition. I mean, just a story. But do you guys ever feel like I know, Phil, I know you love BVS. Truth, I know you like BVS. Do you love BVS?
I like BVS.
You like it, right?
Yeah.
So I always feel, as we got 3 movies, we got Man of Steel. Man of Steel is my favorite. I will always go back, watch Man of Steel. It always gives me chills, vibes. I can't stop but smile at moments. All the same moments that gave me chills still give me chills. So when I get to BVS, I always feel that BVS is that part in the story where you get to the real serious aspects of the deconstructions of each character. We don't get to live with Wonder Woman, but she's already been deconstructed because she hasn't been a part of man forever.
Yeah.
And then that gets tied into Zack Snyder's Justice League when she talks about that. And then when you're looking at Bruce, you're seeing Bruce. You know what's funny? And I'm going to say this real quick. They said with Matt Reeves' Batman that he takes every fight personal, right?
Right.
Well,
yes.
When we're looking at Bruce in BVS, everything has become personal. So why wouldn't he be jaded and not want to do what he is doing in BVS and have proper motive for that? Correct?
Yeah, that's true.
He's a broken human being. He's broken. He's tried to right his ship, but it hasn't happened. And that doesn't happen until he sees a selfless alien from another planet who has a love for people that he has no need to love for. He can dominate them if he wants to, and sacrifices himself. And he goes, kind of being a petty motherfucker.
Yeah, that's when it clicks.
I need to be better.
Yeah.
I need to be a better person. And then that's when you see the arc go into Zack Snyder's Justice League. which is my thing. Now, that's the beauty of a Zack Snyder movie, and I guess story arc, because he doesn't want you just to feel it all in one movie. He wants to give you different aspects and growth with character development throughout, which was why everybody is so pissed off why this got its fucking legs cut out from underneath. So when you're watching each one of these movies, they give you a different feel. BVS gives you more of a like, oh man, this kind of hurts to watch.
Very somber.
You gotta be in a certain type of mood. Man of Steel, you're feeling the start of it. Zack Snyder's Justice League, you're seeing like a new growth, but that growth's about to be fucked up. But still, you're seeing a different aspect of the story come alive. So that's why I say it. That's why I'm doing like a live on this, because it's a feels and love for each part of the story. Like 3 movies that all had different feels to each one, even in moments halfway through. You're like, whoa. Yeah. So please, guys, give me some of your opinions on that. Whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first. I think Man of Steel and BVS was a huge culture shock for the general audience, right? Because for like the past like 80 plus years, we've been inundated with Superman as a certain way, right? Yes. So when Zack Snyder says, listen, I'm going to do a Superman movie, I'm going to respect the source material, I'm going to keep the essence of Superman, but I'm going to do something a little different, just a little different. And then people are like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? That's not Superman. Get your fucking hands off Superman. It's like, and Zack Snyder's like, hey, guys, I'm actually honoring the source material, which, the general audience doesn't read the source material. I get it. We're a few minority over here, us nerds. But I think if Warner Brothers would have just, given Zack a chance to really flesh out his story, like in BVS Ultimate Edition, where we see like, oh, okay, now this makes sense. Now all the plot points make sense within the story. And then we see Zack Snyder's Justice League is like, oh, okay, now I understand where Zack Snyder was going with the story. And people really would have been, I feel like, in shock and awe once we'd have seen Justice League Part 2 and Part 3, where we see the ultimate grand finale on what his plans were for Superman and the Justice League and the story as a whole. Because I'm telling you, like, if the 5-part saga was completed and people went back and watched it through its entirety, so like a George Lucas Star Wars, right? They were like seeing everything that he would have done and be like, oh, okay, now I get it. Now I see what he would have done with the Superman and the DCEU. Because I think that would have been it, right? The 5-story arc, and then that's it. It's done. So I think, but at the time we were inundated with Marvel because Marvel was king, right? And that's why so many people had a problem with, Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers. Like, hey, how come we're not doing it like Marvel? Like, where's our, 10-story setup?
Yeah, if you looked at half of the reviews or half the things people said about BVS or even like BVS and Man of Steel, people were just like, why didn't they do it like Marvel? And it's like, why is that your fucking crutch to stand on in your stupid little review? It's just like, why? Because they did it for it. They've been going back and forth about doing it for. Sorry, Truth, keep going. I'm gonna.
No. Keep going, guys.
If I was to have
I yapped, so please go.
If I was to have like one complaint, I would say like maybe BVS is a little too inside baseball for us because we comic book fans, we know what's going on. Right. But for like my mom, who's like, who's that suit in the glass case that says "ha jokes on me"? Like, who's that? And then I just think, oh, mom, that's Robin. Like, oh, okay. Oh, Dick Grayson's in it? No. Dick Grayson got killed by the Joker. Oh, Joker's in it? Well, not in this movie, but he will be in Suicide Squad. It's like, oh, okay, I got it. So there needs to be like an explanation happening with these films. So, yeah. So I think that was one of the main crutches for the whole Snyderverse.
Yeah, without a doubt, dude. Timing.
Yeah. I think. Honestly, I think Zack had a really big idea that, again, WB cut short because, again, they just want to capitalize on what Marvel has. And that's really, really, truly unfortunate because they were, I don't know if they still are, but they were once, a director-driven studio. And the fact that they've wasted so much goodwill in wake of releasing the Snyder Cut, and it is just a damn shame because you know, you guys let Peter Jackson come back and make, you know, a full-on Hobbit trilogy, but then you kind of like shoved it down his throat and almost took it away from him near the end there. And it's like,
Right.
What are you doing? And then it's like, there's a couple other, like, even I'm a little afraid for Dune because of if it's financial returns. Like, what kind of shit are they going to say or make Denny do on the second film? Like, what kind of stuff could they or could not? I don't know. I'm not there on the WB lot. I'm not trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about. I'm not an insider.
Right.
I'm not a person in the industry. I don't have. I mean, I've got friends, but you know, they respect the industry enough to just be like,
oh yeah,
you know, because
Phil does have inside knowledge on the Flash film. So please, Phil.
I may or may not. I'm not going to confirm or deny that.
Damn it.
But even so, like there's just, it's just really unfortunate because I feel like had he made these films with or without the MCU, had the MCU not existed in the let's make everything a franchise way, then I feel like his story would have definitely gotten finished. But you know, reality is a thing, and unfortunately, there are just a lot of people in this world. You know, to Truth's point, there's a lot of just general audience, and the general audience generally did not like that movie. You know. But at the same time, it also didn't help that there were a lot of people on the internet just ready to tear this movie up and make it seem like it was what it was supposed to be, and make it seem like it should have been something that it wasn't, instead of just letting it be what it is. I can't tell you how many reviews and headlines I saw back then about this movie doesn't know what it is. It's just like, you didn't even give it a chance.
Phil,
you had.
I love that you said that, bro, because back then, like, that's when I was watching a bunch of YouTubers. I didn't know, I wasn't a YouTuber back then. I only became one 9 months ago, but I always wanted to do it. But I would watch everybody else and I'm like, ooh, damn, ooh, like, what's going on here?
And I said ugly.
And I said this earlier. I'm like, you know, if you want to do this, look, regardless if you like something, hate something, love it, you know, or you're whatever about it, you have to be more generalized in what you're trying to do. You're a voice, regardless of who follows you or not. You can have 50 followers, 100. I have over 200. Thank you, everybody. I hit over 200.
Yeah, man.
You know, but that being said, you're leading a nation. I know I call it the Irregular Nation, but you're leading a nation. You're leading people. So they're going to follow what you say. So if you're saying something that is just derogatory and very juvenile, well, then you just started a whole narrative for people to go at, and they're always going to come to you for that. So that, in my mind, is shame on you. You should be better than that. If you want to have that negative opinion, fine, have that negative opinion, but do it privately with people you know. You don't have to spew it for the world to know. Why? Are things that bad, entertainment-wise?
Or take it a step further to capitalize on that negative opinion.
Right. And then there becomes that narrative to make the other side. And I get that. But damn.
What a shame.
Yeah, what a shame, man.
Just what a shame.
Why can't you just know how to be, you know, like, all right, you don't like it, but I still want to know why you don't like it.
Yeah.
I want to know your context to why you don't like it. I want to know why you love it or why you're kind of meh about it. But give me context. Don't just give me fuck you. That doesn't work for me. That's just like, all right, you're just a juvenile numbnuts that doesn't know how to articulate anything. All right, I get it. Cool. You know, not every movie is for everybody. Not everybody's storytelling works for everybody. Not everybody's energy works, right? You know,
right.
My cringe-worthy entertainment that I do that will be coming out tomorrow, I keep plugging that, of course. You know, it doesn't work for everybody, and I get that. But don't come on and be like, you piece of shit, you don't know context, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know comic books or what the? Yo, dude, go jerk off in a corner. Just calm down. Calm the fuck down.
You know, it just makes me like, I don't understand how some people could even begin to have like a kind of mentality of like, you know, don't make me the smartest person in the room. It's like, get fucked, dude.
I mean, I like. It's what I like to say. I want to put this on a shirt. I'm never going to be the smartest person in a room, but I get it. You know, like, I get it. I don't need to know everything, you know, but I understand where you're coming from. Like, cool, yo. Be you. Enjoy yourself. But fuck, man.
Man, I've learned to be humble in the last couple of years, let me tell you.
Exaggerated reality like this, to go at a director that just gives you a vision, an actual fucking vision, and, you know, not some popcorn bullshit, not, you know, placating to what a company wants. No, man, I got a passion for this. I love it. And I'm going to give it to you the way I want to see it portrayed on film because I know how to do it.
Yeah.
And you don't, you know, so enjoy it, love it, and here we go. So, fuck. I just don't get it.
It's fiction. It's not real.
Right. You know, and there have been many, many different versions of Batman and Superman, and even now Wonder Woman and Aquaman. I mean, you know, I don't think any of us are chomping at the bit to watch that new Aquaman animated series, but hey, some kids will probably latch onto it and then eventually see Momoa's Aquaman and be like, Aquaman, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Steps.
I mean, I always say WD-40. My chair needs that. You know, take this advice from Dwight Schrute.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
Dwight Schrute says the best. Take his advice. I wanted to have so many fucking drops for all these movies, but I'm like, WB will kill me. I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Copyright that shit with the quickness.
Oh my God. I'm like, no. I'm too young to get copyrighted already.
So, you know, kind of just going back to Batman versus Superman, I remember just like, you know, just being in shock and awe, like seeing a full-fledged Batman that felt, you know, faithful to not only like comics, but just felt faithful to like the animated series or like Young Justice or even like Under the Red Hood to some extent, because he's just that, like, Affleck is this, they say end of the rope, but I think he's not quite there. I feel like he's closer to the Arkham Batman in terms of like prime.
Okay.
He's like right on that peak of Arkham, if not just after that. Like maybe Grant Morrison's like Batman RIP, Final Crisis, that kind of Batman.
Okay.
Because, you know, the third film would presumably have him sacrifice himself, you know. Had those storyboards still been right. No, because he was supposed to live until that final fight, and that's what he was like. So I think he flies something into Darkseid while Luthor the Armada. Something to that effect. I don't know. I'm not the man.
Dude.
But I look at Affleck's Batman and I'm just like, dude, you're the Batman I've been waiting to see my whole damn life on screen. Right? Like I remember that first image. Like I woke up that morning because I was just so excited to see like what was going to be like that reveal. Because the night before, around like 9 p.m. Pacific time, you know, when Zack Snyder was really avid on Twitter, he posted a picture of the back of the Batmobile, and I was like, oh, fuck yes. And it had a tarp, and he's like, reveal tomorrow. I was like, ooh. So I woke up hell early that morning. I got my toast and just, you know, refresh the page every hour or so, and promptly at like 9 a.m. Sure enough, boom, there it was, the first image of Batfleck, and I was like, oh fuck, that's Batman.
Isn't that when they call him Sad Bat?
Yeah, the Sad Bat.
That's when they said Sad Batman. Yeah, Sad Batman. Maybe started right around there.
Coordinate it, like do the blue and gray. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, he looks amazing.
Yeah, he looks.
I
awesome.
was just like, oh my God. I was like, fuck, it's Batman, because he just looks like Jim Lee's Batman with a little bit of Frank Miller and like. And like I thought back to that Kevin Smith quote of like giving him a bear hug, like you got it right. And I'm like, oh fuck yeah, he did. He got him right. And then I'm like thinking, that's gonna fight Superman. That's gonna fight my Superman. That's gonna be a
banger of a fight. And that fight, oh man, that's a fight for a comic book film. If I had ever seen one, was
And
that. The tactical procedures beforehand, like carving the spear, just yes.
Look what's about to happen.
Oh, yes.
No! No!
The neck snap. Love it.
Snap of the neck.
I actually love this because Bruce Timm, who did Batman the Animated Series, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, he came out and he was like, yo, I wanted to do that in Superman Doomsday. And I'm like, oh man, if they would have done that in that movie, I would have been like, all right, crack. Oh, yeah.
And I talked to the stakes in that movie. I'm like, at no point did the stakes not make sense for him to do that.
Yeah.
At no point. They openly show you, because there was people like, why doesn't he shoot his laser eyes? Why doesn't he put his hands over his? Yeah, because if you saw when the other Kryptonians did that, they went because they were hurt by it and they had armor. Yeah, pay attention to a movie.
People just want to
people just want a reason to hate the movie.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's no different than with BVS. I mean, like when you're talking about that fight scene. Holy shit.
So
did that not hit?
The performance of Affleck prepping for that fight, like dropping weights and just pushing on, just man. And then he like gets the armored suit. That armored suit, holy damn, that armored suit, the white eyes, and the fact he's just like, well, here I am. dude. Like, people can say that there's cheeseball lines in that film. I don't give a shit.
Talking about cheeseball, it's a fucking comic book movie. There's always going to be cheeseball lines. I'm just always like, and yo, you remember the argument too for Man of Steel? Here, the fourth time I saw Man of Steel in the theater, I saw this. You laugh at that.
No shame.
I saw it 6 times in theaters.
Yeah, no, I made sure to see different groups of people each time too. I'm like, yo, you want to go see this? Come on. So the fourth time was with my cousins, and there was a guy and 2 girls sitting. And it was a scene where Zod lifts up and he goes like this and he goes all stoic. And, the guy in the seat in front of me makes fun of it. I literally wanted to kick him in the back of the head because he was poking fun at the movie because of the I guess he found it corny for him to go like that. Well, excuse me.
Okay.
Excuse me. Are you not paying attention to the movie? They're gods. If you could learn the art of flight, would you not break out of your thing and just go like, oh?
It's like, yo, I'm this powerful under a yellow sun? Hell yeah.
Are you ready? And I saw this guy mimic that too. I'm like, and he had like that long, like fucking Point Break hair too.
Oh shit!
I'm like,
the Patrick Swayze hair.
Yeah, he had that Point Break hair. Yeah, exactly, the Swayze hair. I'm
so
like, come on, man. I'm like, it's that. It's those type of people that are nuts.
So when I remember sitting in the theater when that film, watching that film the second time, and I was with a group of friends, and actually no, it was the first time, and it's when Superman and Zod wind up in space and they hit the satellite. I was jumping up and shit because I was like, Batman, because I'm a Batman fan. But I was like, if Wayne Enterprises is in this movie, then that means Bruce Wayne's out there, right? Like I was like, oh, I see what you're doing.
A world build, a subtle world build, like there's an entire universe out there, like the explanation of the multiverse and all the different Earths in Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It was also really cool. It was like a really cool, like, thanks to Chris Nolan too. So,
yes, definitely.
That's what everybody thought Christian Bale was gonna be Batman. It was like, no, that's not
no.
That was never gonna happen.
No laryngitis Batman. No CrossFit Batman. No, not needed. Superman would have fucking just like Mario stomped his ass.
That's why we got
flick.
that just doesn't work. I remember when they thought about that. But like, so between BVS and then like going to Zack Snyder's Justice League the same way, I mean, like the Batman story just had the perfect arc.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like watching, you know, you're a broken man seeing, like I was talking about, an alien sacrifice himself for a alien planet that's not even his own, but he treats as his own, is like, what am I doing with my life? You know what I mean? You know, wait, he has a human adopted stepmother, technically, adopted mother, and this man has all this power, yet he's so humble. And here I am, a fucking brutal human being that wants to brand people. That stops halfway through BVS, and people are like, "Oh, he's branding." Oh, you know, like there was a purpose to everything that went on in each movie,
right?
In each story. Oh wow, did Man of Steel descend? Oh, look at that.
And I would say the branding was, you know, inspiration from Zorro. So I think that's where Bruce Wayne took it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Zorro
Right.
fucking branded people. So fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it to criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect correlation.
Yeah, and he's also gotten to a point where he's like, I need to get fucking info, so I'm gonna start branding you pieces of shit till I find out what the fuck is going on.
Right. And it's like, you know, we've seen Batman, you know, brutally beat the shit out of people for information. Like we've seen that. Like how often do we really need to see it? I feel like Zack Snyder taking that extra step of having him like brand not only criminals, a sex trafficking criminal. Like, come on, context is important here. And you know, a lot of people that went over people's heads, but hey, people just want a bitch. But
a sex trafficking guy that gets yeeted in jail, but he's being used for a
but at the same time, dude's got a kid, and it's like, oh, that's
terrible. How dare
gray
you?
area. It's a gray area, dude. It's like that dude like did things, but like, was he doing things to take care of other things potentially? You never know. That's
There's
you
the
don't
layers
know.
of a story. There's the onions you peel back. And this guy gives you layers to peel on a comic book movie. And I always say that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I am not a deep riff comic book guy. I didn't read comic books. I'm just not that dude. I own them, but I didn't read them. I love it. You see me collect toys. You see me know about stuff. You see the love I have for these movies and all other types of stuff. But yo, this fucking director gives you so much that you don't even know how to deal with it before you get it. Which is why we still talk about each one of these movies. I mean, think about it. Zack Snyder's Justice League just came out. We're going to be talking about this for fucking years.
It's true. Yeah, it's very true.
Steel, 2013. Still talk about it like it just came out yesterday. BVS. Still talk about it like it just came out yesterday. And Zack Snyder's Justice League literally just came out yesterday. So, shit. And people wonder why.
It was like 6 months ago.
Well, yeah, I know it was 6 months ago, troll. Don't be a troll back there. She likes to do that. She likes to do that. She's only trolling all the time, guys. Yeah, see, she'll tell me to go fuck off, fuck you. But when you're just looking at this, like, why wouldn't you want to fucking have more of this? Why wouldn't you want to? Like, honestly, guys, why wouldn't you want to have more of it? And then, like, when people sit there and attack you for saying you're a cultist or a negative vibe, I love that. You're toxic. You're toxic for being passionate about something you love about. That's toxicity? Really? Please explain that to me somehow.
I feel like specifically in the case of like Batman and Superman specifically, like there is a large number of Batman fans. There are also a large number of Superman fans, and they kind of categorize the two characters in very specific ways, and they don't really want them to deviate from those ways in any way, shape, or form. You know, I mean, look at how many people are ecstatic at the fact that Michael Keaton's back in the suit. I know I'm one of them, sure, but it's like it's not at the top of my list like a modern Batman tale would be, because he's had his time and he walked away from the role once. I'm curious to know why he came back this time. What is he going to do different this time around, especially given his age? A lot of people throw around the Batman Beyond idea, and it's like, yeah, I can get behind that, especially if they do it now. If you ask me to do it in 20 years, I'd get Affleck personally, all things considered. But it's just tough. And like Superman, shit. How many people live and breathe by Christopher Reeve? To their, you do. That's great. But at the same time, there are people who do and can respect the fact that there are fans of Man of Steel and even more so like fans of Hecklin and, Dean Cain, other live action versions. It's all, relative. But then there are just some Christopher Reeve fans who just absolutely have to be obnoxious and they have to be just super, well, if that's not the way, then you're wrong. And it's like, wrong doesn't apply in this situation, jackass. This is all preferential. So just like it's just, and also, when it comes to Superman movies in particular, it's interesting that, twice in a century that, you have a case of like really shitty producers kind of fumbling the films through and through as things went on. The first time being the Salkinds, the second time being people at WB, and it's just fuck, man. Like Richard Donner and Zack Snyder had verisimilitude littered throughout the both of Superman 1 and Man of Steel. That's why you see a lot of Superman 1 and Man of Steel, and even a little bit of Superman 2, because Donner did attend to do them back to back before he, well, I don't know if he was, no, I don't know if he quit or if they booted him out for Lester. I don't remember which way it went.
I think he might have been fired.
I think the Salkins might have fired him, but I don't know that for fact.
Yeah. But it's funny because Snyder also had Jimmy Olsen in his movie.
Right.
Yeah. But he used him in a like stylistic way, I felt.
Yeah,
it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. I didn't hate that moment. I really did not hate that moment when we saw it in the Ultimate Edition, of course.
You know what I loved about it? Is he gets saved by Cyborg in a modern context when he was saved by Superman in 78. Yeah. I always like that. But I thought it was really funny how so many Jimmy Olsen fans came out of the woodwork after BVS and were just like, man, Zack Snyder killed Jimmy Olsen. He's a jerk. And it's like, he was in the CIA. Jimmy Olsen was a fake alias. Yeah. Why are you crying so hard? What's up, Anthony? Like, dude, I was just dumbfounded at so many people just, he killed Jimmy Olsen. I'm like, the Joker killed Jimmy Olsen in Injustice. Stop crying.
It's it. Like, I mean,
it's a fake outrage.
It's a fake outrage. Exactly.
It's a narrative outrage. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Truth. Exactly. And wait a minute, if he's still here, Anthony, if you're still here. He likes it. He likes to slap. Oh shit, he likes that. I'm proud. That a boy can't. LOL. Oh, Arkham, you're done with your photography. What do you got there, Arkham Graph? Oh, it's because certain Batman fans want the comic book version of Batman that doesn't kill. That's why Batman fans are very picky and critique a lot. Well, I guess people just like to critique a lot because they have nothing better to do with their lives. To be honest with you.
Well, don't read Bob Kane's Batman because
Batman
killed quite a few people.
I mean, like when you think, ACS saw that. Awesome.
Well, I know, like back in the 30s or 40s, you had Batman actually like hang a person from his bat plane. Actually hang a person.
This is true. He hung a giant man and like went about his business. I think he says something to the effect like he deserved it. And it's like, whoa. So if anyone really wants to call like Batfleck like dark and edgy, it's like, nah.
He has purpose to his anger.
There it is.
That's all it is.
Mhm.
I mean, I always ask people, right? Here, well, not I always ask people. Like I fucking do this every day. Just stupid ass.
Can I share my headcanon of Batfleck if you don't
Go
mind?
ahead. No.
Okay, so he's been operating for 20 years, and I think Zack Snyder implied that Robin died like 10 years prior, like halfway through, right? So that to me, I feel like you've got his first 10 years, which is kind of Silver Age, where he's got, the Joker and a couple other hoodlums popping up, and it's him and Robin fucking whooping ass, right? But then, we turn into Bronze Heroic Age, right, where things become a little bit more serious. The Joker finally goes, you know what? Fuck it, I'm going to kill the bird. And he takes the bird out the crowbar. And then after that, Batman's like, you know what? I can't have that happen again. And if I can't have that happen again, I got to start doing things a little bit differently. So then we get like kind of like a little bit of Lonely Place of Dying Batman, where he's just outright done, dark, PO'd, but it's also a little bit of Dark Knight Returns, where he's just fed fuck up, right? So he's just going to go and do whatever is necessary. Now, when that awesome car chase ensues, when he's going after the kryptonite, and there comes out some goon bobbling a Gatling gun at him. It's like, well, Batman commits capital murder. It's like he was getting shot at by a hired criminal. Like, why are we trying to talk semantics with this shit? And it's like, come on. And people seem to forget when Bruce Wayne burned down a whole temple full of people. That apparently didn't happen, but it did. Different movie, different universe, but I guess that doesn't matter. Anyway, and then you see Batman's descent. Like, this is like, I would wager like his 9th or 10th year post Robin's death. So obviously he's like had it up to here with whoever. Probably a lot of his goons are locked up in Arkham, Riddler. And I would imagine that by the point of BVS, he's looking up in the sky and he sees Superman. He's like, nope, ain't gonna happen. He's just tunnel vision. He is in straight up, I'm gonna save the planet. I'm gonna do whatever I can because I'm Batman. I'm the hero, right? But he doesn't really quite understand who or what Superman is, and he's just kind of going off of assumptions.
Right.
Real modern parallel there for a lot of people in the real world that they don't want to admit. Hit, it's a couple of Batman fans too, but his
well said, Phil.
His journey, his history is right there. Like, there's a riddle mark when he goes to fight Superman. He talks about 20 years in Gotham. How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way? Harvey Dent, Two-Face immediately comes to mind. Like, this is clearly a Batman who's had villains. He even says, like, criminals are like weeds, one after another. He's clearly had run-ins with a lot of different characters.
Boom. Nailing the narratives, nailing the lines.
And that's what I love. I'm just so appreciative of the fact that Zack Snyder was like, I'm not going to give you Batman origin all over again. No, Batman is Batman. He's been through some shit. He's done his time. He's a 20-year seasoned veteran. And people are just like, but I want Batman in his prime. I want him fighting, this person in this movie with Joker in the third movie. I'm just like, can we fucking move past that, please?
Yes, this is so refreshing. You know what, everybody? You know what, Irregular Nation? You know what Phil just did? You just walked up into Phil's club like Charlie Murphy and you said
everything, and all of a sudden I heard something go, Charlie Murphy!
fucking cold blood, baby. Boom.
Drop that knowledge.
Just dropped all that right there. And that everything he said just tied in to the arc that Zack Snyder gave you with his Justice League, where Ben Affleck's Batman was going.
Shocking.
Oh my God.
And that's the cool thing about it too, because it's actually a bit of a departure in terms of who forms the Justice League, because it's more often than not formed on behalf of like Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman. If you're a fan of Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, Batman's only a part-time member, but he is a founding member. What I like about the approach that Zack took with it was, in wake of the death of Superman, Batman decides to form a league of heroes to protect the world in his honor. But along the way, they take the chance to bring him back, and they do. But, of course, we all know that will eventually come with consequence, you know? But still, I love that making Batman the leader out the gate is very much... It especially after being inspired by everything that transpires in BVS, especially by the end of that movie, and after like the opening shot of Zack Snyder's Justice League, where we get that revisit of the Doomsday fight with the shard coming out of Superman, and then it does that turn. You see Lois's perspective, you see Wonder Woman with the ancient lamentation, and then you also get you get Batman, and he's holding his kryptonite gun, and he puts it down, and you see that gleam in his eye. He's devastated. Superman is dead. And he's like, no, now I have to do something different because he's gone. Like, we just, like, he had him and he's gone now. This can't happen. We can't leave the world unprotected. And so the fact that he goes out of his way to, you know, he's already kind of made it nice with Wonder Woman. Like, look, I'm going to do this and we need to find the others. And she's like, all right, I'm for it, but I walked away 100 years ago. But you seem pretty optimistic now, so I'll give it a shot, right? And that's what she recognizes. She recognizes some of that same shit she saw in Steve Trevor and Bruce Wayne.
I agree.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Thank you. So when we see him embark on that journey to Iceland, and like that opening shot of him on a very clear path, a very dedicated path, that opening shot from Fabian Wagner, just
hits and the riffs and all that. Continue, fellas.
And it actually feels like a journey of Bruce Wayne trying to form this league. While in Joss League, you're like, okay, he's just there with stupid ass cartoon drawings on the wall. You talk to fish. Oh, Jesus Christ!
So we're gonna change this out. We're gonna just put one big giant ancient Aquaman mural on the wall because I think Jason Momoa is gonna dig that. Joss, what did you have? Don't ask. I'm dealing with a lot with my ex-wife right now. Please don't.
I miss Scarlet.
Oh shit. Anyway, but okay, so when Bruce descends and we get that overshot of him looking down on the village, it's a parallel to the nightmare shot when he comes out of the bunker and he pulls his glasses, the goggles up, he pulls them up again, but this time they're all shiny, everything's white, but there is a bit of like an Omega symbol if you look close enough. Kind of, sort of. Yeah. But that beautiful parallel of where the journey begins, but where you also see where the journey has its midpoint, I guess, or a middle point-ish, if you will, especially by the end of Zack Snyder's Justice League. Because man, that last second to last finale shot or sequence,
so good,
so good.
It wasn't that shot like on his parking lot. That whole nightmare sequence.
Some of it.
Dude, that whole movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I even said, like, when I did a Feels in Love, a recorded version of it, it hit, you know, how, like, you were saying Super Friends earlier, Phil, it hit, like, the cartoon movie, the cartoons that you got from Justice League Unlimited, Justice League, just the way, like, the beginning sequence, when you watch Superman die, that carries over into BVS, and you see the sonic boom cry, that goes through the entire like world, and it goes into every universe, the Atlantean universe, the Amazonians, the Earth plane. I'm just like, holy shit, we're visiting every single fucking universe in this movie. No one does that. No one gives you villainy, like the villain arc. We got a villain arc with this. I loved every moment we spent with Steppenwolf.
So when the supersonic shriek goes into the ship and Luthor turns around, nods, and then turns back around, it's like, I wonder what that conversation went like.
Yeah, like what was that? What was that? You know,
I think that's where Lex Luthor finds out about the mother boxes. At least that's where that begins.
Dude.
But who knows?
just like the villainy, I can't get the fucking word right out right because it tongue twists me. But just that arc, like we got Steppenwolf, we got a little bit of Darkseid, we got the Sod. You're watching like the growth of this character to where they're going and what they're trying to do on top of what the heroes are trying to do. You don't get that. That's why like this was such a special fucking movie. You know what I mean? It was so special. You got everything you could think of. Now, yes, when we were seeing all the teasers and all the other things, that's no different than what we're doing now with anything else that comes out, because we're able to talk about it and go into all these different avenues of what we think we're going to see, right? You know, so when all this was coming out, we might have got a little disappointed with certain scenes. Like I remember even saying myself on one of your streams, Truth, I'm like, I think we're going to spend like 40 minutes in the Nightmare timeline. We spent 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We spent 3 minutes. But at no point did that ruin the movie for me because there was so much. Now, I'm also a person that can separate my expectations and empty my hat to what we're about to see. Because what I think and what a director's about to give you his vision is two totally different things. So if you go into a movie with only your preset expectations, you already fucked yourself. You're already done. You already ruined it for yourself. Because you're going to look for certain riffs. And if those things don't happen, they don't hit. So you're not going in there with like the open, like, all right, let me see what this motherfucker's about to give me. So bring it. This is 4 hours and 2 minutes of goodness. Bring it. You know. So, but I also understand some of people's like gripes at times with whatever he was trying to do. But for me, Zack Snyder's Justice League delivered on every level. I thought it had the best third act team up kind of movie I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then even the tunnel scene. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
That was a third act in some superhero team up movies.
Especially like when it's recontextualized the way it should have been.
Right. The way it was
much more
supposed to
better.
be purposed. Yes, without a doubt, dude.
And Flash is not a fucking coward. Flash actually does something. He actually saves people.
They both have a purpose. For two characters that never had an origin story or whatever, you're giving them a fucking origin story within the movie for characters that have no origin yet.
Yeah.
In the movieverse is what I'm saying. So you don't know what that director's giving you. And what he gave us was, ooh,
and even though like J.K. Simmons was in the movie for like what 5 minutes, he's already like my favorite Commissioner Gordon. I don't know why.
You want more.
I want more.
I do want more. Yeah. You know, I'll watch him in Batgirl. You know, like I'm not opposed to seeing more of him.
No,
you know,
me neither, dude. I'm not opposed to seeing what they're gonna give us. I'm not saying I'm gonna love it, you know, but let me see what you're going to give us because we're not getting the other shit that we want.
Yeah.
Right.
That's not meaning I'm like, I'm lining up like this and waiting for it. No. When it's free or if I don't have to pay for it, I'm down.
Yeah. It's just frustrating because you have Ben Affleck, you have Joe Deathstroke, you have J.K. Simmons, you have Jello Joker. It's right there. Just fucking do it.
Right. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But doesn't it still get you a little upset? Because you know whatever they're going to do live and then whatever they're going to move forward with is from Anal Leakage League. You know, they're not moving forward with that for right now. If they ever move forward with that, it's, you know, from whatever the scooper poopers are telling us. You know, oh, it's happening. Yeah.
Oh, you mean like the hashtag show trying to say there's a Supergirl and a double Gotham spinoff? It's like, okay, whatever.
Right.
And a Red Hood show? All right, whatever.
Like all that nonsense. If people want to tell you that shit, cool, man. If you want to believe it, cool. But if you can't see the forest through the trees, and Kelsey laughs when I say that shit sometimes, then I feel bad for you a little bit. You know?
I'm actually really glad that this movie exists because it's a 4-hour graphic novel size superhero film.
Yes.
That could be the only contender that could stand, I would say, toe to toe with Endgame in terms of where they would stack on each side. Because obviously Marvel worked pretty hard to get to Endgame. Deservedly so. I still think Infinity War's the better movie, but even so, like, you know, Endgame was a pretty tremendous feat for Marvel Studios, but I feel like Zack Snyder's Justice League is a tremendous feat for not only Zack himself, but fans in general. Like, there was a payoff there for fans of the MCU, absolutely. But like this was just satisfying, and it was satisfying because it came from a lot of genuine fans who put in a lot of good work through a lot of great charity. And then, you know, through some semblance of studio competence, they were like, all right, fine, we're going to do the right thing, even though they still kind of didn't do it in the end. But, you know, they were still like, let's release the movie. Mustache twirl.
And look, people like it. And look, oh shit, it's selling out. Oh shit, it's out of stock. Well, I guess people really do like it.
Right.
Holy damn.
Right. Isn't that some craziness? And then Truth, I saw what you posted today about like it's going to be another trending event on DC fandom. Why wouldn't you want to do that? That's when DC is going to be at its height. That's when people are going to be paying attention to DC. So let's put eyes on something that has some substance. Now, I don't want to take away from the Batman because I'm curious about the Batman. I think that's going to be some cool ass shit. But yo, fuck faces. If you're talking about the fucking multiverse, here's a multiverse right here. So
that's where they screwed up. That's big time where they decided to like screw up from a PR standpoint.
That's exactly how you know they know nothing about the multiverse. And I mean, look, I know more about the multiverse with what I do for my fucking channel than what these fucking asshats know at WB. I'll put it to you that way. You could tie in whatever the fuck you want. So when you don't want to support a property that has 5 stories within it, and then another story that can lead to another Superman solo movie, you have issues. You have some kind of like problematic issue in your head where you just don't like what someone else is trying to tell you. So you know they're a trendsetter. You know they're better than you. So you're like, no, you suck. We have to do this. And now we're doing this convoluted, congested fucking flash drive movie that has a multitude of Batmans in it, a Supergirl, a Flash that doesn't know what's going on, and then another Barry, apparently. My head starts to scratch where I'm like, what are you people doing? So anybody that wants to buy the narrative of the multiverse and what the DCU is about to become, hey, enjoy yourself. I'll watch it from a distance. I'm not going to talk shit about it. I'll have fun with it. But this is not the DCEU that I wanted to see, personally.
I can definitely understand that sentiment because a lot of people who were big fans of Batman vs. Superman is the movie that really started a lot of collective people coming together to recognize it, especially Zack Snyder's fan base, I think. Around the social media boom on top of Batman vs. Superman being as heavily criticized as it was really the turning point of Zack Snyder's fandom really starting to begin to unite. And then once Justice League happened is when it all really did start to come together. So now in 2021, WB, Warner Media, I guess now would be the more accurate term, but like, you know, Warner Media being this, so, you know, we're director driven, and, you know, with Zaslav coming in, like, you know, saying things like we're going to bring talent back and things like that. It's like, I'm in wait and see mode about that. Cause obviously like Kylar had similar kind of things, but I look at that situation as well. And I'm like, well, Kylar had a boss that he answered to, and the people below him didn't really listen to it. I don't know. Did Jason Kylar okay everything Toby Emmerich did? I have no idea because I wasn't present for those conversations. Exactly. But I will say that if you're a CEO of all this other shit, but if that dude's screwing up, it's not really your problem. I could definitely see that being a thing too, because they all eventually answered to John Stanky. That is no longer going to be the case when the merger happens. When the merger happens, David Zaslav is going to be in charge, no questions asked. That dude, what that dude says goes. And I think a lot of people are trying to make this comparison that Kylar and Zaslav are one and the same. And I'm like, it's not quite the same situation. But
so
I digress.
No, I agree. And that's why it's a wait and see game. And that's why, like, I watched Truth's video today, and he's like openly telling everybody, like, dude, don't think that it's coming, but see the signs that are there. Maybe this guy wants to do it, maybe he doesn't. That doesn't mean because of what he just said that he's going to restore the Snyderverse. But here's the thing. If you make the cry at the right time, someone like that sees
this
dollars.
campaign. Exactly. Right. So if fandom is happening and there are multiple hashtags happening regardless of whatever projects they have,
and
anyone people at Warner are going to be paying attention. And look, like
yes.
Sarnoff, the PR for Warner Media is an absolute straight nightmare. There is no question about that. That studio is publicly like being shamed because of the way they've treated their talent. Yes. And there are a lot of people who are just not happy with that. And you know, that sentiment's been echoed a couple different times. So anyone really kind of sitting there backing WB at this point is seriously just sitting there begging for crumbs of information because they want to be the first to talk about it.
Agreed.
So
totally agree.
Now with the merger happening, people are getting kind of spooked. There was even talk of Emmerich shopping around after 2022 because his contract's up. That to me sounds like Warner's kind of done with him. If that is the case, and Netflix was like, nah, we're good.
No, they don't want it.
People think he's going to stick around. I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't.
Yeah.
And but that's why I say, like, pay attention to people that give you the right message.
Right.
Okay? So this trending event that'll happen that day, this is the fucking moment. This is the moment to show, whoa, wait a minute. I'm about to own this whole kit and caboodle, and everybody's itching for something that we're not doing.
Yeah.
So wait, why don't we give them that? And oh my God, slap myself in the back of the head, give them this too. Because wait a minute, didn't you guys just say something that says multiverse? Oh my God.
People are like, why is this hashtag trending higher than our big Comic-Con event?
Right here on the Irregular Nation, we just split the atom. We split the atom. Give us both.
Yeah, and people seem to forget Justice Con not that long ago was trending higher than actual Comic-Con.
Right.
The San Diego Comic-Con.
Exactly. Come on.
To top it off, Zack Snyder always talked about having other directors come in, do their own thing, but he was like, here's the sandbox, I made it, do whatever you want in it. Mm-hmm. And after, like, he was like, I was going to do my story, but of course, like, Patty, James Wan, David Sandberg, like, they all came in and they made other things, right? Like, Patty Jenkins has a whole Wonder Woman franchise now. James Wan with Aquaman and David F. Sandberg with Shazam. And, you know, I think the intent was, back when Zack was, like, kind of the architect of it all, to have it all intertwined at some point by Justice League 3, and that's really saucy. And then Flashpoint 2, the second Flash film or whatever, would have been a giant reset. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that the reason Marvel Studios has a lot more success than the DC side does is because a lot of their characters haven't been introduced to the live action set under Marvel Studios proper. Like, yeah, you got X-Men, yeah, you got Fantastic Four, yeah, you got Spider-Man, but, you know, they're kind of in that same ballpark as Batman and Superman are in terms of they've been done before. So when you do characters done before, but with a whole new set of characters who haven't been done before, things can get, you know, all over the place, because you've got a bunch of different Spider-Man fans who are like, well, I just like, you know, this version of Spider-Man, but I want it to be with the X. Or it's like, or you've got certain Batman fans who are just like, Batman doesn't need to be with the Justice League. He needs to be by himself. He doesn't even need Robin. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He's spitting. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing right now. As soon as I can find it, because I have too many. I have too many drops. I have a problem.
But it's like, you know, the point is like all Snyder did was just kind of plant the tree. The roots grew as they were, and now since that what really bothers me about this is his movie outright says that multiverse, like the multiverse was going to be established in this film, and now they're using the multiverse, but they're not going to acknowledge that corner of it. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
we don't know. But Phil, you know what you do?
Because I spit hot fire.
Truth, please go.
Like Phil mentioned, Steppenwolf mentioned the multiverse. You had that scene with Arthur and Diana with that little moment between each other on the like. Zack Snyder was actually setting up Flashpoint. That's why the Atlantean dialogue with Gal Gadot and Bruce Wayne. Yeah, she's like, you know, Atlanteans can be tricky. I'm not sure we can trust them. And then they had that bond with Arthur and Diana. Just like, bro, like he's just setting up little things. If you're a hardcore comic book fan, you're like, oh my god, is that Zack Snyder actually gonna fucking do this? No fucking way, dude. It's gonna be fucking amazing. Like that would have been amazing to see Flashpoint.
This is what people do when they see a Snyder movie. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. And all of us, when it comes to like Zack Snyder throwing an idea, we're like, get me to it. Let's go. Let's go.
So, I remember also when people would complain about BVS, they were like, man, the Flash sequence didn't make sense. The Nightmare shit didn't make sense. But then it comes to this film, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and everyone's like, oh, I kind of get it now. But Martian Manhunter doesn't make sense. And I'm just like, just get over it. Oh, my God. Things are supposed to be cool for a fucking reason. His part didn't make any sense. Who the fuck cares if it makes sense or not? It does make sense, but, you know, you're too dim-witted to understand it. Sorry.
There you go, Bill. Preach.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Preach, baby. There we go. There we go.
Fucking wilding.
Oh my god. Yeah, wilding right now. Basically feels like going like this.
We're having a brainstorm session.
Did I stutter?
I've never seen that drop before.
Oh, that's new. That's new. We added some new ones. It's kind of like this. When anybody says they don't like Zack Snyder's Justice League, this is me.
Oh, hello, Dwight.
Spin move. Oh shit. Oh fuck. We added a lot of like office drops when we did our office Feels in Love.
I truly cannot comprehend it when someone has like the blatant audacity to be like, oh, I prefer Justice League.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it goes like this, guys.
Fumble!
That's the kind of shit that's going on. That's the kind of shit that's going on, guys. That's the kind of shit that's going on.
That's another reason why I'm just so thankful for this movie, because it's just so damn better than that cut, just so in every conceivable way.
Yes,
like that movie is just nothing short of spectacular. The fact that Darkseid is in this movie and even his small presence is like it beats the crap out of Emperor Palpatine's in Episode 5. It's just so much well done, so well respected. Like it's Darkseid. Ray Porter delivers one of the most iconic character voices ever, and he's just like he delivers it with such reverence and such intimidation. It's just so damn beautiful. Like hearing him just like, you know, Steppenwolf. It's like holy shit, dude.
I love I love it.
Can it
I
be true
love
that
the
you
villain
have
arc.
found it? It's
That's
like
my favorite in the fucking. And it's one of my favorite like just like bits throughout Zack Snyder's Justice League is the villain arc. When Steppenwolf arrives, you feel Steppenwolf throughout the movie. I love that.
Yeah, great scene.
Fucking love that. But
if it is redemption you seek, find the third box. Synchronize the unity. And when this world is scorched,
I will come from
go, baby.
I will come from my great prize. That's right.
We can literally go on for like hours and hours and hours. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie when it comes to this stuff. But guys, I'm gonna close this out on my feels and love. Listen, Truth and I already know Phil's in. We're gonna be doing a live roast of
Tittens.
So, Truth, if you want this to be like the unholy trinity for that stream, you are definitely a part of it. Phil and I are gonna do this on here on the Irregular Neil. We're just gonna go off on Tittens, stuff that we love too. But also stuff that really is just like what
it's called a toast and roast. We toast the stuff we love, we roast the stuff we don't love.
Right.
I love that
it's
name.
a toasted and roasted moment. So I think you should be a part of it because
Absolutely.
you're pretty much on par with us when it comes to this show.
So let me give you guys a spoilers.
Yes, go.
I actually kind of liked episode 9.
Okay.
I
No,
haven't seen
no, dude. There is nothing wrong with that because Tittens is all about that. It's like you
It's
like
the
it.
fuck show.
You fucking hate it. You're like, what the fuck? Exactly. Dude, that live stream is gonna be fucking fire. We're gonna kill it on that.
Well, there's 10, 11, 12, 13, 4 episodes left and counting.
No problem.
it's
No
almost over.
problem. We're gonna fucking destroy that.
I think that would actually. Let me get this right. 1, 2. That might put us at Halloween, the weekend of Halloween, maybe the weekend before Halloween. I don't know.
That's okay. That's okay. Because Kelsey's not a big dress-up person. I am, of course. You're not. I told you I was going to dress you up as a gatekeeper.
Am I gonna have to grow my beard out? Am I gonna have to go crane, or can I just get a red hood and just kind of tot guns and get an inhaler?
I mean, you never know if I get a red hood. There could be a chance.
Oh man,
This is already Nightwing, so we're good.
Yeah, there we
So
go.
we don't have to worry about that.
Pothead
Good.
crane.
All right. So
I can
between
do
the three of
that.
us-
I can definitely fucking do that.
So between the three of us, I'm going to let us go around real quick. Mr. Phil, go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Well, my good friends, Neil, thank you so much for inviting me. I know it was a little short notice. Truth, it's always a blast catching up with you, my man.
Always, man.
If you all want to follow along with this guy, it's just at unfiltered, UNPHILTEREDDD with 3 Ds. You can also listen to my podcasts, Superhero Stress, Magic of Movies, and The Eternal Night, all on Podbean and Apple Podcasts, pretty much anywhere you get your podcast fix.
Fuck yeah. Awesome. Truth?
You can find me on Twitter at Truth31The. You can find me on Instagram at The Truth31. You can find me here on YouTube at The Truth31. And I'll be watching Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, me too.
You got me in the fucking mood.
Yep.
Yo, how could we not? Why wouldn't you want to?
I'm
course, everybody, Irregular Nation, Phil, Truth, thank you for tuning in. Everybody in the chat, I love you. Joining me for this Feels in Love on Man of Steel, BVS, and my chair, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And guess what? Get ready for a lot more lives, a lot more content. Tune in tomorrow for that new video that is coming out. And everybody, remember, why wouldn't you want to come take a ride on the irregular side with this guy, the Irregular Neil? Hope Productions, Inner Blanket, and Zack Snyder's Justice League shirt. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. And remember, everybody, let me leave you with this. Of course, let me make sure I can find it because I was not set up. Terrible person that I am. Remember, it's a beautiful life out there. Remember, come take a ride on the irregular side because why wouldn't you want to? Cheers out there.